Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this, the final leg of today's Scratticus Academy day with, new to streaming at least DM, BlindTemple. Although, with his custom rules and things, we can tell this is an experienced DM we're going to be entreated to today. I'm looking forward to it. Before we say hello to BlindTemple and all the other wonderful people at this table, let's talk about some other things. First of all, social links. There's no such thing as social distancing. I deny it. Physical distancing. Socializing is still possible. Use these tools to do so. Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. We're very active on all three. Discord's got that home feeling. Twitter, where we post loads of content and shout about our charity streams and make memes and all that good stuff. And YouTube, there's about 6,000 hours of content over there. I realize we started late, so I am going to speed through things. Mage Hand Press. All of your 5e expansions covered, 25% discount on their PDFs. Their Dark Matter expansion is covered by your local comic store if they're with Diamond Comics Publishing, and you can probably get it delivered if they're still able to operate during the pandemic. The Deck of Many. Find the Humblewood campaign here on Thursdays at 6 PM EDT, where we play as the cute mouse with literally this crew, me, Jess, and Temple. We run that show. And the music's a bit loud, isn't it? The music's a bit loud. Hang on. That's me. That's all on me. And you can also find their new Kickstarter. It was funded in 15 minutes. That's what the ad was in the break. It's one of those Kickstarters that you want to get in on it before you regret missing it. Because they're going to be producing fantastic animated cards, specifically the tarot card deck, which I'm very excited about. Also, Hero Forge for all of your mini-making magic. Head over there and create these wonderful multi-hued figurines. This isn't printed. This isn't painted. This is printed in color from their recent $3.1 million Kickstarter. And you know what I was saying about, like, you know, Kickstarter envy. This is one of them Kickstarters. It's not going to be available publicly for a couple of months, but let me tell you, it's amazing to play with. I'm sorry, I'm speaking too fast for the web captioner to keep up. Dungeon Fog. Dungeon Fog. For all of your map making needs, top-down maps with all of your wonderful assets that you can add in. You can play with all of the assets, but some of the premium ones have little chevrons on them to show you that they're premium features, which you can remove by subscribing. Fortunately, I got your back, Jack, because you can subscribe for 10% discount using my code SCRATAC. Go and check it out. That's me. That's the things. Let's go around and say hello to everyone, starting with our DM of the hour, Temple.
Hey everybody, it's BlindTemple. I'm at BlindTemple on Twitter. I help blind people with accessibility needs to play these games. If you got a blind friend or somebody you just know that you'd like to see play a game like this, send them my way and I'll get it done. What else? Oh, I'm not nervous at all. No, not at all. Okay, that's all.
You have got this, friend. You've got this. We will continue clockwise around the screen. Fortunately, D is last in the order. They've been having a couple of internet problems, so hopefully we'll get around there just in time for them to return. Let's go next around to Nadine, any actor.
Hello, my name is Nadine, NE_actor on Twitch and Twitter. I do the TTRPG things. I also do podcasting and playing fun games on Twitch with my friends. And I love you guys. I'm so excited to play this game.
Indeed. Same. Next around are the second regular cast member of the Humblewood campaign every week. Thank you very much for that gift sub made of cartoons to Nadine. Jess!
Oh, hi, it's me. I'm Jess. Go_JG in all the places online because it blew Scrat's mind last time. I'm going to explain. Those are my initials. JG. Go JG. It's literally my name. It's not a trick. So yeah, you can find me in all the places. Go_JG. And I'm so excited for y'all to hear what Temple has for us. All these rules that let us really magic it up in this world. I'm excited.
Hell yes. Hell yes. Hopefully Devel will be right back in. Let's give Devel a bit of a shout out. So, D, it's the Riddler on Twitch. It's the Riddler on Twitter. Slightly different ones, but I'll shout them both out in chat. They are a wonderful role player. You can find them on Tuesdays at 9 PM EDT, right here on the Academy, where we play Rotting Shadows. They play Cassandra, a fantastic fighter, dancer extraordinaire, and they are a voice actor. I believe if their commissions are open, they'll be follow their Twitter link. You can find all the information there. I'm Scrap. I made my character called Boblin away. They're a hobgoblin. They were left on the hob too long. Okay. let's hand over to Temple.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, and also, Jess, it's not your initials that you told me. It's Go, Jess, Go. That's how I remember it now.
Yeah, that's... I mean, even the Go is part of my name. Go, Jess, Go. That's actually my name. So it's a double play on my... Anyways.
I love it. Really
just brain warp you a little bit there.
I think it only brain warp Scrap. It makes sense to me. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes. I literally took a bite of sandwich as you asked.
Let's do it.
Well timed. Yeah, I sat here waiting for you to take a bite before I said it. All right. Just before we start, I've already told the players that this is in my standard home campaign world, and there are a few homebrew rules that are different than standard D&D. I'm old. I'm allowed to change the rules. Okay. First off, we have 2 druids. Druids can cast any spell they have. They don't have prepared spells. They have the whole damn list. Because they're asking nature spirits or gods or somebody for it, they get the whole list. The sorcerer, which is our goth goblin, yeah, can't. Oh God, I love that voice. He doesn't have that same benefit. They have to study from the book. So I'm sorry, he doesn't. What else? Oh, spells.
That's right. D&D Beyond broke last night. I haven't added any spells yet. I'll do that.
You'll probably need those, sorcerer. Also, they can cast any second, first, or cantrip as a bonus action. So they can cast 2 spells in a round. I don't like seeing spells at the end of my fights. So, also, I'm fairly liberal handing out advantage. So expect that if they do something cool, they're going to get advantage. Other than that, I'm ready to go. Let's kill somebody or something.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm scared.
I'm so
hyped.
Okay. Alrighty then. Let me, since Scrat's always the one putting me on the spot, having me go first. Scrat, tell us what everybody sees in your character.
Boblin is 6'2". Their hair is to their chin on the fringe, and just past the shoulders everywhere else. Jet black. They are naturally pale as a hobgoblin, like they're kind of washed out, which really suits their black eyeliner and eyeshadow and contour really well. I think they also have a little piercing through their lip. Yeah. Of course they're wearing all combinations of black, some PVC, some leather, and big boots that go up to the knee with buckles all the way down the sides, spikes on the toe, and do you know what? I think on the back of the boots, on the back of each heel, there's just some like little silver lettering that says "Not today" on the left and right heels. Their shirt, it's armor, but like their shirt, it's kind of armor, yeah. It says "Today I will mostly be wearing black."
Alrighty then. Let's go next to Mergen. What do we see when we see you?
Mergen is a deep gnome, so grayish, dark skin, furrowed brow. Looks like he spends most of his nights in a pub, in a very small village where no one knows his name. He has bright green eyes and green tattoos all down his arms, wearing thick leather gauntlets, a hood, and he has like white war paint that goes over his brow, and he's always smoking on his pipe.
Nice. And Glade, what do you look like?
Glade, you would think that you would not know where Glade went until, what appears to be like a big old tree starts moving, and then Glade would come lumbering over. Glade is a furbolg. They are on the large size, even for a furbolg. They are like 8 feet tall, over 300 pounds. They are very large. They, in furbolg society, you don't really have like names so much, and like, it's all just like nature, and the plants don't really, some plants are girls, some are boys, some are both. It doesn't matter. So they're kind of just like, well, this is the space I like, so you can call me this, like, because it's nice. It's nice. And they're just very gently, slowly moving. They probably actually do a little like stumble and a trip, like, what? Ugh, and then continue on. They just barely have sort of like a shawl that almost is just like, lichen and plant matter that's kind of just covering them awkwardly, not even fully and completely. They're mostly like exposed to the elements because it doesn't really bother them. They have, like long green hair and like brownish green skin and like brownish green eyes, and they kind of just blend into the outdoor setting they prefer to be in.
Nice. And Dee's not back, are they?
No, they haven't made it back yet. There's something from
All right.
Twitter. They're saying that they're completely dark. They're gonna try and do some resets and get back
Okay.
in, but not to wait up.
Well, they'll just join us as we go.
That's exactly it.
And it might mean that they get to survive this. Okay.
Well.
Okay. You got all of you came in the night before. There was a big storm that night, thunderstorm, rumbling, lightning flashing, and everything. You got here from the various directions that you arrived. Glade from the forest to the south, Mergen from roughly the same area, but a slightly different direction. Our dear hobgoblin came in from the north, and you arrive here to the little town of Amity. It's was a small town. It has a 3-story stone tower that the Baron lives in, and a 10-foot stone wall around probably 20 nicely made stone buildings with slate roofs, nice moss covered. Been here a while, looks very comfortable. And then there are close to 100 thrown together wooden shacks outside of the walls. This is something of a boom town. There was a war that ended about 10 years before, and it saw the rise of a new king to the city-state to the south. And him, being half-orc, was friendly with the orc tribes that rule the grasslands in the center part of the continent. He arranged a peace with them, deals with them, so they no longer raid the villages and towns along the border. The forest belongs to the city-state of Rockton. The grasslands belong to the orcs. You are allowed to go out and harvest stuff from the grasslands. You just can't build or move out there. And the same thing for the orcs. They're allowed into the forests, just not the building there or trying to conquer anything. The city of Amity is become a boom town because the herders there go out onto the grasslands and bring in herds of a rock, those giant prehistoric looking cow things that are like 20 foot tall. They bring in herds of those with charm animal spells or just on horseback and put them in this big corral that you can see in the flashes of lightning when you got there before. You thought it was a fortress, but as dawn breaks, you can tell there's cow horns sticking up above the 20-foot high wall that encages them. You heard, because you checked this out before you came up here for information about the town, they put collars on the cattle and walked them back down the road to Rockton, very calmly and passively, because of the magic collars they use. The reason that you're all here is you received a message from the sheriff of this town that he had need of your services. He's someone who's known you in the past, maybe only briefly, but a little bit. He particularly sought out the druids because this is an unknown creature that is killing the people that are going out after the cattle and killing the cattle. So far, it hasn't come into the town, and he'd like to keep it that way. The Baron has offered a 1,000 gold piece reward for whoever can kill the creature. Since the average wage for a peasant in this land is about 5 gold a month, that's, a sizable income. So there's going to be a lot of locals out there trying to get it too, as well as you do. You get up in the morning. After the rain has stopped, the sky is still gray and misty. You can smell the rain on the air. You can hear in the distance in the forest the birds chirping and singing and everything. Not so much out on the grassland yet because of the rain. It smells fresh, wonderful. And you wake up from wherever it was you found shelter the night before. There's an inn in the town. You can choose that. There's a stable, or you can sleep under an eave, whatever you wanted to have done. You know that you're supposed to meet at the inn in town at daylight on this day, and that's just about when this is right now. So, we'll go backwards. Glade, you wake up. Where are you at?
Definitely outside. Have to come into the town from outside because definitely more comfortable outside than in. I'll come into the town for like trade and to meet my friends here and to go on missions and stuff like that. But for the most part, Glades prefer to be outdoors, out in the forest.
All right, you come in through the gate and you notice that there's plants growing up around the door, where it doesn't look like the door has been closed in a long time. You walk in through the town.
I tell the plants they're doing a good job.
They nod. Everybody else thinks it's the wind blowing, but they nod. You walk through the town. The townspeople turn and notice you. The Furbolg don't come out of the forest very often, and this is right at the edge of the grasslands. But there's nothing unusual about that. This continent is all of the races and groups are fairly well mixed, so no one remarks, as it being too unusual. And you make your way to the inn.
Oof, sorry.
And you make your way to the inn, and you see there's already a small crowd gathered there. Mergin, where do you wake up?
Mergin would be like holed away like a little rabbit in a makeshift, I don't know, boulder. He's like probably like moved a boulder to make like a top and kind of hold up underneath it. He'll like tell one of the birds near him to be like, can you just calm down a little? It's like really early in the morning. And he'll kind of totter back into the city.
All right. You go in through the gate. You notice the same thing, being a druid, about the plants growing up around the gate. You
I
do
just
see
nod surlily. Like, morning.
they nod back, kind of, hey. And you notice other gnomes in the town, moving from place to place. They notice you.
Yeah.
And they just like
grumpy.
they nod and kind of like, huh, well, you're not getting any muffins, and they move on. You arrive at the inn. Everybody seems to be taller than you. Same old story.
Whatever.
Yeah. You kind of fall in behind a furbolg that is parting the sea of people out of your way so you can get up closer to the front. And you get up there.
Mergen would be like, why is there a tree?
And you get up there to the front of the group and stand there. It's, like I said, gray, overcast, and rainy. But, you're used to it. You're a druid. And Boblin, where did you wake up this morning?
I think Boblin is sleeping on the stagecoach on the way into town. So, like, as it's sort of getting, he's waking up and, stepping down off. First person he sees, excuse me, I'm here for a job. I've been sent by the people back in town, they're called Gift to Boss Monster, and I'm here to meet the mayor or something like that. Can you point me in the right direction?
Yeah, they're over at the inn.
Oh, right at the end. Thank you.
And he points in just a random direction over his shoulder. And you head that way.
We have a D. Do we have a D?
D?
Oh. Huh?
Please bless us, Zoom gods, with this gift of another player.
Internet.
Fingers crossed.
Yes!
I hear you.
Let's see how this works. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So Boblin will just head over to the inn then.
All right. You get over there and move over there. People tend to get out of your way.
I don't know why. It's always been that way.
Yeah. Well, there's been, in years past, a couple of decades ago, there was a big uprising of goblins and hobgoblins, and they went south and tried to sack the city of Rockton. There's not many people that still hold a grudge over that, but, you're not the most popular person in town.
It's a really weird thing. It's like, I don't know, I look different or something.
Yeah, imagine that. All right, D. I went through this with them. You arrive a little bit late. You come in right as the city's opening. It's raining. You've ridden all night from the south. You've got a horse. You ride in through the front gate. You see a small town that's inside a 10-foot high stone wall. There's a 3-story stone tower at the edge of it where the Baron lives. There's probably another 100 or so wooden shacks outside the town. This is a boom town. They harvest cattle off the grasslands out here. And not just any cattle, but aurochs, the big prehistoric giant cows. And you're here because you had a message sent to you by the sheriff of this town, who you've known in the past, that he needed help, that there was some big monster that has been raiding the cattle and the people that go out on the prairie to wrangle them in. And he needs that dead before it spreads into the town and can hurt anyone here. There's 1,000 gold bounty on its head for whoever can kill it. You arrive in the town. You're supposed to meet for the for information and everything on the at dawn on this day, and you just make it in time. It's a gray, overcast morning. It smells like springtime with this nice rain. There was a huge thunderstorm all night, and you almost lost your way on the road through the forest. but you made it. You can ride right up to the inn if you like.
Yes, please.
Okay. The rest of you see a horse.
Fashionable as always.
Right. You see a horse walking through the streets, comes up, and this person upon it sits there at the edge of the crowd watching what's going on with interest. All of you will notice in the crowd around you that it looks to be mostly common folk. People with, if they have armor, it's rough leather armor, something made from more than likely a giant cow. They have a lot of pole arms, militia type weapons. There are a few that are better equipped, but mostly it's that. You also notice that there are a couple of professionals in the crowd. A Goliath, who is liberally covered with weaponry and armor. He looks like he knows what he's doing. He doesn't have any sleeves on his chain tunic, and you can see on one shoulder is the tattoo of a Death Seeker. They're people that go out and rob the ruined cities of magic items and magical wonders and bring them back to sell them to civilization. So
That's cool.
They have a very small chance of survival, hence the name. There's another one that looks like he's probably a veteran from the wars. He's fairly well equipped, but with the standard rock and military equipment. He's got half plate on and a long sword and a shield and standard fighter gear. The crowd is standing there mumbling to each other, blah, 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 blah. And about then, out of the inn comes the sheriff. You all recognize it. He is Sheriff Hopper. You knew him as various different things. Some knew him as Captain Hopper. Some knew him as Boss Hopper. He's done things. As they say in the more common parts of the world, he's seen some shit. He comes out, looks around, everybody goes, "All right, I see enough of you showed up to get this done. Okay, for all you local people, you know what's been going on, so just pay attention. For all you new folks," and he looks right at the four of you. "All you new folks, we got something here that's mighty strange. I don't know what it is. I ain't seen nothing like this before, but people go out there on that prairie to go after stuff and they just plain disappear. One second they're riding on a ridge line and everybody sees them, the next second they're gone. I don't know what it is, but I want it dead. The faster you do it, the better it is. The Baron is offering up 1,000 gold pieces to whoever can kill it. Now, I don't know if you guys can do it single-handedly, but I would recommend you team up. Because, well, that's still a lot of gold. What we're going to do here is when we get all this information out and get your name signed up, then we're just going to go out there on the prairie and we're going to go find that thing and kill it. Now, some of you, understandably, are going to be bait because you're going to go out there and whatever it is going to come in looking for it. So that's just part of what this job entails. And now you guys see there's some mumbling in the crowd, and about a half a dozen of the farmer-looking types wander out of the crowd and back away from all this, because they have a pretty good idea about who's going to be bait.
No, actually, it's really kind of him to say that, because if he hadn't said that, then them, like, less equipped people might have stayed here, and there might have been, like, a high death rate.
All right.
Oh, Scrat, you're gonna kill me. Oh, I can't.
I love it. It's hard for me to keep focused with.
I suppose at the end of the day, we all die anyway.
Honesty is the best policy. It's best that they all know what they're getting into. Should, know if you're gonna be bait, I guess.
I think Merchant's gonna look between them. What? Why have you always got to stand near me? I don't understand. You try to make a point. Move a little forward, closer to the shorter people.
Sorry. Take a big step back and probably step on someone's toes. Oh, sorry.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Yeah, there's so many of you. Hang on. Trying to avoid everyone.
All right. And the sheriff motions off to the side, and his deputies have set up a table, and they've got quill and parchment out, and go over there, sign up. If you're in a group, tell them that. That'll matter. If you ain't, sign up individually. And good luck. And he gets off the front of the porch of it and goes over to stand behind the table where the signing up process begins. People start lining up, and as most of the villagers, being peasants, they make their X and they move on and down the line. And it comes to the first of you, which will be Boblin. I can't wait to see this.
Hello. I'm here to sign up, please. Do you need my qualifications or anything?
Nah, just sign your name or make your mark right here.
Oh, okay. Would writing in Goblin be okay?
Write it whatever you want.
Fantastic. I can write some common. I read it better though. I'm gonna write in Goblin.
All right.
Boblin.
Just remember you're number 23, and you
Number
notice
23.
on the parchment there's numbered lines, and
I mean, if you're interested, it's Gagach. It's kind of like the Goblin for Goblin, which is Hagach, but Gagach because it's the same letter as in the middle.
yeah, that's real nice. Next.
Thank
He
you.
looks past. And who's next?
I think Merchant will go next, and he'll oh, what was his name? Oh, I'll put him as bait in my team. I think I got it.
All right, so you're in a team with whatever he was.
Boblin.
Boblin, yeah, that's I can't.
Gagger or Hucker or whatever it was.
It looks like a pigeon stepped in ink and walked all over this page. I don't know what that means.
Glade leans forward, kind of over you, and it's just excuse me, can I also be in your team?
Yeah, sure.
All right, well, this
He'll
shaping
take
up
a
pretty
long drag of his pipe.
good. Yeah, and
Good.
D, you're next.
D, you there? Oh, you're very
Can you
quiet.
guys
I can
hear
hear
me?
that you're just very quiet.
All right.
There you
Wonderful. I think that it's literally as soon as it gets past me, my internet's but I think Novus would probably unknowingly sign up to be on their team, not really do it on purpose, but just sign the wrong part in the document. Also, I don't know, do we do introductions?
Oh yeah.
No, maybe.
Well, we didn't do introductions between each other, but we did describe how we looked. How do you appear to everybody else? Sorry.
So Novus is sort of this very scarred on the face wood elf, very pointed ears, this deep sort of brown skin tone, whereas the dark blue cloak very tightly around his form. Hands are wrapped tight bandages, probably about 6'1"-ish. He just has this permanent resting scowl across the face.
Resting
and,
elf face.
Exactly, yes, exactly. And they sort of sign up and say, Sheriff, it has been quite a while since I last encountered you. How have things been?
Oh, about the same. There's different stuff to kill. That's about it.
Yes. Well, this town does seem to attract other outrageous things that are far and few in between.
Yeah. I'm noticing it particularly this morning, and he looks around at the crowd.
Yes. It will be handled, don't worry. And then Novus is gonna walk the wrong way, realize they're going the wrong way, and then turn around and go the other way.
Okay. And when you signed it, the deputy had already filled in a little bracket on there for a group, and you just signed right in at the bottom of that bracket.
Bracket. Yeah, perfect.
And all right, the sheriff. You guys move off to the side. The sheriff has a few more people come in, and they sign their names real quickly. The big Goliath, he signs on 3 lines his name very profoundly and slams the pen down and then stomps off over by the gate. He's in a hurry, it seems. You wait for a few more to go, and then the sheriff gets back up on the porch. He says, all right, we got everybody signed in. If you manage to kill it and it gets you, money will go to your kin. If the team gets it, they'll be split between the survivors. You need to go out there, go outside of town. And good luck to y'all. I really hope to see most of you back at the end of the day. And he looks at the 4 of you that you all know each other, and he goes, if I could talk to y'all before you go out. And everybody starts streaming out there. Some are running, some get on horses and ride out there, some just stalk out into it. Mostly the farmers are in groups, family groups. The big Goliath is out there, goes out by himself, as does the veteran. Hopper brings you over to the side, and he says, all right, I arranged for a professional to go out there, and you're going to help support them. They're already getting paid, so they won't get a cut of your bounty. But they've got special equipment for this kind of thing. I had them brought all the way up from Rockton. And just then, the barn doors on the stable open, and you see a self-propelled wagon roll out. And it's one of the biggest damn wagons you've ever seen. It's about 10 foot high on the side, with wheels that are probably 15 foot high, made out of metal with spokes. And streamed between those two appear to be metal links that look almost like, a chain or something. But they seem to give it traction as it rolls across the ground. And it clanks and screeches loudly as it moves across the cobblestones. The wagon at the back end is lowered down to where it's about 10 foot off the ground. Towards the front end, there's a raised upper deck that goes another 20 foot above, and there's a platform on the top. And there's a big damn ballista mounted on the top. It's not a full siege weapon, but it's definitely a heavy weapon. Something that you would expect to be pulled behind a horse is mounted on a post on the top of there, where it looks like it can be turned around in most directions. Out on the front of the wagon, where the horses or the oxen should go, is nothing but a platform that slightly extends out from the front, and it has armored plates going up around it to give whoever's there cover from any incoming fire. You all look at it. The wagon appears to be made mostly of wood, but you do see numerous bolts sticking out of it that look like they probably at one point supported armor that have been taken off of it. It comes clanking up and stops right next to you. A dwarf looks out. He climbs. You see him climb up on a box or something, and he looks over the edge and he goes, "Is this them?" Opper nods and goes, "Well, get on then. Let's get out of here." And a ladder lowers down the side. Now, Merchant, you recognize this as gnomish tinkering technology. You've seen not something this exact thing, but something similar to this.
It's uglier than I remember it.
She's ugly, but she works. There's nothing that can kill her. And he offers you his hand as you come up the ladder.
I'm like, begrudgingly take it. I could get up this ladder. Oh god, it's really hard.
Novus is going to very dramatically sort of swoosh their cloak about and jump onto it, just disregarding the ladder.
The dwarf looks at you. Right then, that's no ladders for him. Who's next?
I'll get on. I've never been on one of these before. It should be quite a lot of fun. How does it work?
It's magic. And he points over. Underneath the covered part of this, you see set into the floor a round metal disc that has what looks to be a facet of a gem that's exposed in the middle of it. And there's red glowing light coming out. It's obviously magical. If you look at it long enough, you may see a small face appear and go past.
Oh. You know, this reminds me of a job I had once. I worked in a basement. I had to monitor all the lights. I don't really know what they did, but they blinked a lot, and I learned all the patterns just in case I was tested. I never was, though.
And Glade, how are you gonna get up there?
Sorry,
Both of us were like,
cocked our heads at the same time.
Sync, yeah.
Sorry.
And in my mind, D cocked his head the same way at the same time.
Probably.
Glade is walking all around this thing, like inspecting it, like this. It makes an awful lot of noise. Maybe I can just walk beside it, or like, is there room? Are you sure you got room in there? Maybe I could just like stand on something, or like, I don't know.
Don't you worry, it'll hold you. Get up on here. You won't be able to keep up with it once it gets going.
I think they like, I feel like they like lift one leg and then put it back down, and then lift the other leg and put it back down, and they're just like,
Well, wait a minute. I can help. And he goes to the back and he fiddles with some stuff, and the whole back lowers like a tailgate. So it looks like it's a place for to load and unload cargo from the thing.
Oh.
Will that help you get on?
Yeah, okay. Can I just like maybe sit there and, you know, with my feet out in case I need to get out of here real quick? Like, I'll get in and like just I think this time they try and go like head first. And then they like pull back, and then they just like, I think they like fall sideways on and then kind of wiggle around until they're in.
That was my foot.
I'm sorry. That happens sometimes. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay, and I should have mentioned this before. This wagon is about 20 foot long and 10 foot wide.
Jeez Louise.
So you got some room in it to move
Okay.
around. I'm sorry, I neglected to do that.
No,
It
it's
is
cool.
Almost impressive the amount of space we have on here. You still managed to step on my foot. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm really good. That's something I'm really good at.
It's pinpoint accuracy. I'm sure it will come in handy.
Yeah. You know, it's not usually when I mean it to, though. But thanks.
Imagine gonna go to the door. Please get us going, otherwise we're never gonna get where we need to be.
He goes, I like how you think. Whoops, sorry, I started channeling red there. All right, let's get going. And he goes up to the front of it, and you see there's all kinds of levers and buttons and switches and things mounted on the front part of the wagon. And he wrestles around with one lever and then another, and he gets it going. And you hear the Jim kind of slightly start whining. And then clank, 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 it rolls out of town. And it's a fairly smooth ride. It's a lot smoother than the stagecoach was, or any wagon that you've been on, probably because it's heavy enough that it doesn't jostle around a lot. He gets going out the gate. It fits through the gate, barely, and rolls out into the countryside. Once he gets out of the gate, and it's a straight street that goes out towards the prairie from there, he opens it up, and it's and gets going, and it feels like riding on a fast horse. Your hair's blowing in the breeze. It's impressive. You've never seen something move like this without, well, an animal pulling it. Other than Mergen has probably seen this kind of thing. The
Oh god, it's so fast. Oh.
yeah.
Is he holding onto the side?
I don't like it.
It rolls down the main street, splashing mud to either side. Some people are like, yeah, and they get off to the side and it splashes around them. They seem to have seen this happen before. You get out of the town and roll out into the thin woods that separates you from the true grassland. He goes, now once we get out here on the grass sea, I want this understood. And he looks at every one of you, one by one. This is my wagon. I'm in command while we're on the wagon. Once you get out there on the ground, you can do whatever you want, but on my wagon, I'm the one in charge. We clear on that?
Very clear.
Seems quite reasonable.
If we have
Crystal.
questions, should we ask them? Sorry.
No, it's right. It's fine.
Absolutely. What do you want to know?
You first, Mergen. I believe you had a question. I was more asking. If we had
Honestly,
the
I was just saying crystal clear. I just said crystal, please continue.
Oh right.
Just honestly, right?
I was just wondering, like, are we at the tail end of the wagon line?
There's no wagon line. It's just my wagon. Nobody else is going to take one out there.
Oh, okay.
And you can look out around the front of the wagon, and you see in the distance people on horseback are disappearing over the hills. This is like the Great Plains in the United States. It's long rolling hills with tall grass that's anywhere from waist to shoulder high. Really big stuff lives out here.
Are you the professional that the sheriff alluded to? Or just the transport?
I've killed everything that's ever breathed, one time or another. Me and Lucky did. And he says, me and Lucky did, and you see him point up, the mounted on the front of the wagon where the little firing position is. There appears to be a elvish skull. It's garishly painted with all sorts of different colors and runes and stuff on it. Me and Lucky, we've killed most things that breathe or walk.
And Novus will sort of dig around in their inside their cloak for a second and pull out a small necklace that has a tiny looks like a mammal skull on the end of the necklace. It was, I keep friends as well. And they'll sort of nod to the skull.
Thank you.
Good feeling.
That's very respectful. I appreciate it. He was my best friend.
There will be glorious death this day.
And the wagon rolls out into the grass. As it gets out there on the prairie, you see the treads of it start to sink into the earth as it's pulling itself along. It slows a little bit, but not a whole lot. This seems to be really well made for going across this type of terrain. A wagon might get stuck up to the axles. You roll along out there, and pretty soon you're out of sight of the town. And you see that mostly the citizens have positioned themselves on small hills or rises in the terrain to where they can see around them well. And they're spread out as far as you can see into the distance. Where would you like to go? You're roughly in the middle of the group of people from the town.
Well, I think we're a team, right? So we should probably work together. So, are any of you any good at, like, tactics and planning?
Well, I don't know about plans, but I'm good at looking around outside, and we're outside right now, so I could look around.
That sounds like a plan. You're in charge.
Wait, no, I didn't agree to that kind
You
of
totally did. You, like, volunteered and everything. I
responsibility.
mean, I won't force you, but you were like, I could look around, which is definitely volunteering a plan.
Or he's going to take another deep drag of his pipe, maybe stuff a little bit more in, and say, they could be a sentry. That's,
Oh,
look out. You know,
that
you're
sounds like
looking.
that sounds like a great plan, Mergin. What should the rest of us be?
Oh, damn.
Novus will sort of. Novus will mount one of the railings of the cart and say, I can be a scout. I am both agile as well as dexterous. And some people say that those are the same thing, but I assure you they are not. It's like a very serious face.
Novus, did you bring your horse with
I
you?
had a lady tell me that once.
No, they did not.
Okay, it's still in
This is
town.
the late night stream.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm
I love
not sure. I'm not sure what I could be. I'm pretty good at lurking in the darkness and reminding people that everyone and everything dies someday.
I also am very good at that. Kindred spirits, man.
Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
One day, yes.
You you could be like I don't know. You could be like an archer, you know. Stick them in the back. They just go in the back.
I'm not very good at archery.
No, I meant more of like a metaphorical one, but
A metaphorical archer. Oh,
That's deep.
that's gonna take some thinking. I need some time to process that one.
I think I saw
Alright.
a traveling band of bards who had a name like that.
it's pretty good.
Metaphorical archers.
I think Merchant's gonna go to the back of the vehicle and kind of look out back to the village, like, no, come back.
I'm totally switching out, one of my cantrips right now. I'm gonna ditch message and take minor illusion instead, just so that I can go to the back and consider this. And I'm gonna minor illusion some cradle of filth,
Yeah.
just to,
Beautiful.
Oh, perhaps I am a metaphorical archer.
What am I shooting at, though? You know. I just Imagine's just gonna go to the back and just think, okay, yeah, all right, this is what I'm sticking with. Huh? I got myself into this mess.
We're still actively moving, right?
Oh, yeah,
We're
yeah.
just okay.
It doesn't look like Oh, nobody's asked what the dwarf's name is yet either.
Oh.
But the dwarf he looks like he's already intent on going someplace. He's not waiting for suggestions.
Okay. Where are we going? Sorry. What would you like us to call you? I understand that's a thing that people like. Do you have like a favorite place? Glades are my favorite place.
Oh, you can call me Colin because I never collude.
All right, guys, it's been a great game.
Suddenly it's time to go.
And yes, you were set up for that. Thank you very much.
I've got a favourite place, Glade.
Oh yeah?
I like to hang out in the park.
Parks are nice.
Yeah. They're pretty nice. A little manicured for my taste, but
I just
Yeah.
like the juxtaposition. So much happiness amongst so much death.
oh my god.
I live amidst the shadows.
Oh, I tried that for quite a few years, but honestly, I got quite depressed.
Is this fair enough?
And
All right. What are we killing? What are we doing? I know we're supposed to go kill something. May die in the process. Bait and Mergen will point to Glade and Boblin, and then kind of like put his hands down, like, oh wait, probably shouldn't tell that. That's what I asked the
we're gonna go. We're going to go out here. The bait is what's set up on all these hilltops out here, thinking that they're going to get our gold, but they're not. We're going to set out here a little bit further past them and look back. There's a hill just yonder there. And he points to the biggest hill you see in the distance, which isn't much bigger than the others, but you'll have a clear view of all of the way back to town from there. We're going to set up there, and we're going to watch for one of those groups to disappear, and then we're going to go there as fast as we can and kill the bugger. Any questions?
No,
I could kill a
sounds
burger right
fine.
now. That sounds amazing.
Not a burger. A monster. A creature. A big icky.
Oh no, I don't want to get a big icky. I went to that chain. It's not very good. I much prefer McDowell's.
So is the burger metaphorical too, like the archer, or?
Maybe we don't know. Maybe that's why we're metaphorical archers. We're just shooting into the darkness with no real purpose.
Okay, that's got to be your group name.
Metaphorical archer.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us use a bow, which makes it better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm totally lost now. Oh, okay. And you see the wagon grinds up the little hill, clunk, 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 pulls on around the top, and he spins it around, and it kind of throws a wave of soil and grass, clearing off a little area that it's in as it comes to a stop facing back to the town. He goes, all right. And he goes over to the side and climbs up a ladder that goes along the outside of the wagon to the top. He climbs up there, he gets up to the top, and he gets the ballista up, and he adjusts it so it rests against his shoulder. It's got like a shoulder pad mount on it for the recoil, and he puts a 6-foot long crossbow bolt into it and starts cranking it back. And he gets it loaded and goes, all right, now keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything, sing out, and I'll put one of these babies into it.
Is there any particular song you need us to sing?
Just yell if you see something unusual that looks like it can eat a giant cow.
Okay, got it.
Novus will completely unnecessarily hang off of the edge of this giant construction and just like peer out into the grass. Like, I would imagine that they can hardly see because of how tall the grass is and the fact that they're hanging off into it.
Yeah. Well, you're in a wagon that's 10 foot high, so you're
That
above
helps.
most of the grass.
Yeah.
Are you like hiking out like on a sailboat, like holding one like rope and
Exactly.
just
Yeah, that's
leaning
cool.
like
Like literally just like hanging off the entire thing, scowling out into the grass.
Can I want to take the lead from Glade and kind of change the minor illusion cantrip to be a slightly different song, and try a performance. If this goes well, I imagine it might inspire people to fight more. If it goes badly, it may possibly lead to a gentle sobriety as we all contemplate death. But like taking on that lead, Boblin's gonna be like, frantic minds are terrified. Life lies in a grave. Silent death rise high above on the wings of revelation. Multi-death from lots of arrows. Arrogance has won. Annihilation must be swift. Destroy without destruction. That's called Arrow Cold Warfare by Slayer.
Okay, any of you that thinks that's a great song, you get advantage on your next roll.
Amazing.
So that's up to you to decide whether you get it, whether your characters would love that or not.
I take a disadvantage.
Okay, you guys set out here on the plains for about 10-15 minutes, and slowly the wildlife sounds come back. Birds are chirping and flying through the grass. You hear the insects that are buzzing and clicking that they're going after. It's a nice kind of rainy spring day out here. It's low overcast gray skies. It looks perfectly peaceful. You can't imagine that there would be something out here that eats people.
It's exactly where a people eater would hide.
I thought a people eater might hide where there's people.
You would think that.
You think that's actually the people hiders, are people who hide people. Would, or like hide them among.
This people eater is purple.
Perhaps.
Perhaps we have a promiscuous purple people eater.
Oh God.
Do you think anyone's ever seen it?
Can I don't know if this is gonna work, but can Mergen like druid craft, I guess, a potato in his hand?
Certainly, I'll allow that.
That's it. That's gonna be something.
There you
Tater's
go.
got a Tate.
Lord.
All right, you stand here. Nothing seems to be happening. You can take any actions, make any preparations you'd like to have. I'm going to move time forward a little bit. What would you like to do?
have we stopped or are we still moving? Like,
You
did
are
we
stopped.
finally
Yeah.
found a spot and we stopped?
Right, you
Okay.
reached the top of the largest hill in the plains out there, and you can see all the other groups on hills stretching all the way back to the village
Okay.
of the
Well.
different farmers and the guys.
Okay.
You do notice that some of the farmers are stomping down the grasses to flatten out the grass around on their hilltops so they get a better field of view.
Can I have speech of the woods from my druid type, but then I
Uh-huh.
also have speech of beast and leaf from being a furbolg. So I
Right.
really, really like talking to plants and animals. So can I just go talk to the grass? Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
Can I? Hey, I'm really sorry those folks over there are stomping on you. That's real mean. Have you seen anyone just like taking people away or like, disappearing cows?
The grass was just enjoying the sunshine and everything, and the grass kind of
I sway along with the grass, like
Right.
in rhythm with it.
And most folks, other than Mergen, might think the grass turning one way was just the wind, but it's turning to pay attention to you. And the grass looks up at you and says, the grass on that hill they're idiots. They don't know what they're doing. They're growing all wrong. And I don't know, you mean the ones that walk straight up? Or the ones that walk with more things down?
The ones with, well, both have been going missing. Lots of stomping on you and the just two stomping on you at the time. Trying to communicate bipedal versus
Yeah. Well, that's grass trying to communicate it to you.
Yeah. They've been going missing. You seen that at all? Anything coming and taking them away?
We seen. The big ones that eat us, they can take all of those they want. The littler ones, they take the big ones sometime and get them out of here, which we really like. But yeah, there's been it's the Trembles.
The Trembles?
The Trembles.
Like shaking things?
Yeah.
So it's coming from down under, not above?
I don't know where it comes from. It trembles when the big four thingies run. And it trembles when whatever eats them comes. That's all I know.
Thank you so much.
I don't got a real good view from here. I'm not tall enough.
Yeah. That's fair. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the sun. It's a very nice day.
It's delicious.
Yeah. And it was just raining, so I bet, that's good too. Have a good day. And I'm gonna go and turn to my friends and be like, the Trembles have been taking the cows. Grass says it was the Trembles.
Did you get anything more specific than the Trembles? Because, I mean,
they said it eats the people. The Trembles come, and then it eats the people and the cows.
Right.
Maybe that's maybe that's an advanced warning. We know what to look out for.
All right. And he'll get a water skin or a coconut husk or something out of his backpack, and he'll fill it with water, and then he'll just pop it on the edge of this, and be like, all right, well, I'll look at this. Stop moving.
You're waiting for a T-Rex.
Doing the Jurassic Park thing with the cup of water.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, anybody who has a nature skill in this group, a proficiency in nature, can make a roll on it to possibly, I don't know, have a really long shot at figuring out what the grass is referring to.
Definitely not me.
I like the idea of forests, all that circle of life business, things die to give life to others, but I'm not actually studied it, no.
Fair enough. I got a 14.
Did you say you have a 14? Oh, you rolled a 14.
No, I said I rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a plus 14.
I was like, damn!
That's a druid.
Right?
I have survived. You know what? I'll roll nature.
I'm a druid.
Nature is intelligence for some reason.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says. Fun. That doesn't look good. Fun. 9.
I use nature as general knowledge of stuff. So, all right. Neither one of you have any idea what that might be. You've not encountered anything in your life that, vaguely killed stuff like that. It is a grass description, and you know that, grass is kind of dense in the plant world.
And also greener on the other side.
Yeah.
Stop. You stop that.
Oh god. And it moans all the time. Okay. You set out here. You watch. It's nothing going on. You start counting the birds that fly by. There's a hawk making lazy circles in the sky.
3, 4.
Grasshoppers hop up onto the wagon, look around, hop back off. Birds go chasing after them. Okay. Gets to be about lunchtime. Cohen up on the top, he's still standing up there looking around. Goes, if you look down there in the chest on the under part, there's some sandwiches and such I had made for this. You see, like, there's a large potato sack laying on the ground down there.
I find food to be an unnecessary distraction. I will stay vigilant.
I don't know, they're mighty tasty sandwiches.
Novus will grab one, but try to act like they're not about to grab one.
Okay.
Like, just don't stop staring out over the field and just like reach out and slowly take one.
It's made with, it's got big, thick, dark bread, and then it's a big chunk of roast beef in the middle of it, and it's mayo and some nice new tomato. Oh, it's scrumptious. Unless, of course, you're a vegetarian druid, in which case it's an abomination. Anybody want to eat a sandwich?
I'll take a sandwich.
Merchant's halfway through the first one and then looks to Novus and is like, well, if you're not going to eat it, I'll eat it. I mean, you just give it to me.
I wouldn't want you to be bogged down unnecessarily. Of course, we must evenly distribute the burden.
That's a short joke. That's a short joke, isn't it? Bogged down. Cause wow.
It could also be a druid joke if you look at it the right way. Bogged down.
Bogged down. That's smart. I'm gonna take that.
It's valid.
Cohen from the top. Cohen from the top says, oh, I've never heard of such a thing. A funny monk. That's just, when does that happen? And he goes back to looking out on the prairie. Okay, you guys have lunch. The afternoon winds on. The rain stops and the sun comes out for a little while. And you're sitting there on the prairie. And it gets on into late afternoon. Anything else you guys would like to do? You're just sitting out here. It's boring as hell.
Novus will continue to count birds and make sure they're not up to anything suspicious.
Okay, you're up to 52. There's a lot of birds out there.
53. 54.
Yeah. And it starts getting on towards evening. The sun's going down. You see some of the groups headed back for town. Others are setting out there and appear to be starting bonfires out there in the little areas they've cleared on the hilltops. Do you guys wish to go back to town, or do you wish to stay out here at night?
Assume we have to
Fine.
stay until the job's done.
Yeah.
Does there
I
happen to
imagine
be
probably stay until.
Suggestion.
Does there happen to be any, like, I don't know, screams of pain, big fires, or anything like that coming from the town's direction? Is there smoke rising in the distance?
Well, there's been smoke from like chimneys and stuff all day, but nothing that looks like a building is on fire or anything like that.
Oh. You can stay out here if you like. I could sing you all some songs to get you to sleep. Because I'm your own
Sleep to be a distraction.
personal ill matter.
Can you see well in the dark, or do I need some lights?
I think I can see well in the dark. Hang on a minute, let me check this little bit of paper that I used to remind myself.
Yes, all of you can see well in the dark.
I have superior dark vision. Dark vision has a radius of 120 feet. Ooh,
Dang.
Nice.
dang.
And you're pretty glad for the fact that it's gotten dark now, because that
Oh, yeah.
sunshine there in the afternoon was making it pretty hard on your eyes.
I don't have dark
Yeah,
vision.
if only
but
I
do-
had some kind of an ocular device where I could just shade my eyes.
I don't have dark vision as it happens, but I do have eyes of the dark. It's these contact lenses I put in that let me see for 120 feet, but they're completely black and one's white. Just the eye like iris though. It's really weird.
The shadows on my home. Naturally, I can peer through them.
You're pretty dark, Novus. Pretty. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yes.
So were you born in the
I'm
darkness?
gonna take. I'm gonna take 2 clumps of like dirt and I'll put them on the I don't know, the floor of this truck thing, and I'll turn to Glade and I'll say, "You want to have a growing race?"
Oh yeah. Oh, you think we do this all the time back home? I'm a champion grower. Gonna
All right,
oh,
all right,
just let
I
me
got
get
you.
ready. Like warm up my
And then
magic hands.
I think you see Mergen and Glade just like, look at this dirt.
Concentrating on these balls of dirt, trying
Like,
to get them to
I don't know, like half an hour later, you'll see a little
teeny little sprouts.
tiny sprout.
Both of you roll a 20-sider and tell me what you get.
Oh dang, okay. That's fun.
Oh no.
Just straight D20 is perfect.
Yeah.
19!
Oh, there's no way I'm gonna beat that. There's no way.
Go on. Go on.
I'm looking for. I actually have a D20 with little like fern leaves in it. I'm
Oh,
gonna try
neat.
rolling that one. Come on, be good luck, dice. Come on. 16, not as good as you, but not
bad,
terrible.
Not bad.
It's yours Glades grows, but kind of down. It turned out it was a kind of a root plant that has like carrot sticking out the bottom of her closet dirt.
Oh, tuber.
No.
Okay. It gets on to full dark. You see the fires on the hills. There's like 3 fires out there in the distance. And now all the nightlife stuff comes out, and you can hear different kinds of birds singing and everything. Wolves howling in the distance. And the cloud cover starts coming back in, and it's sprinkling rain again, making it even darker out here. You sit here bored. Any of you going to sleep?
I will trance briefly.
Okay. That's just a
Think Magic
random
did, like-
question of no importance.
He wouldn't sleep, but he'd nap. He's still like puffing away on his pipe.
Okay.
Yeah, Glade doesn't have dark vision, so Glade is standing, and they have like no shoes on. They've just dug their feet kind of into the ground to feel for these trembles,
Yeah.
and then they just like kind of like almost literally root themselves, and then just close their eyes because they can't see in the dark anyway, and they're just waiting to see if they
Okay.
feel.
Who's on the wagon and who's on the ground?
Ground.
I am trancing on the wagon.
All right.
I'll
Bob?
probably be. Bob and go you first.
Sorry, I was muted. I'll sleep on the wagon. That
Alright.
sounds great.
And Merge.
Mergen would probably be sat on the floor, leant
Okay.
up against the wheel.
All right. Then Glade. You feel a very, very slight vibration in the ground. If you would like to make a perception roll, maybe you can identify from whence it comes.
Virgin.
What?
Shh, shh,
I was
shh,
asleep.
Shh, shh, shh. Hang on. Perception? Okay, I
Yeah.
gotta click that and click the button. I'm gonna let D&D Beyond roll this for me.
D&D Beyond! I totally support D&D Beyond. Being blind, it's awesome. Go out and try.
24.
Oh.
Yes.
I've dug my feet so far into the ground.
You feel
like
that the
shin deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The vibration is coming from the east, and it feels like it's going to head between you guys and town.
Oh. So first Glade doesn't
You rolled
say
really well.
Yeah. First Glade doesn't say anything. Like, they just whispered to Mergen when they first felt this, and then as they identify, they still have their eyes closed. They literally do like a little like hunting pointer dog and kind of like point with their face in the direction. And it's going by. It's going that way. It's going that way.
Are you having one of those nightmares? What's going on?
No, the trembles, the rumbles that the grass talked about. It's
Oh.
going that. It's going that way.
Oh.
Mergen goes over to his glass of water. Does he see anything?
Yes, it has small tremors going through it.
Okay. He'll kind of like climb up the ladder. He'll wake up Boblin. He'll wake up Novus.
Wake up.
Now that you've woken up and look up, you can see that Cohen is up there. Looks like he's leaning against the ballista and is asleep as well.
He'll throw his cup of water at him.
Whoa. Oh, what was that? What? That better have been
Tremors.
water.
Yeah. What else would it be? Don't answer that.
Where away is the tremors?
Glade, point.
Can we all just like take a quick second? I think I'm gonna need like 15 minutes and a cup of coffee, and then I'll be ready to go.
Oh my God.
That isn't the time.
You point in that direction, Glade?
Yeah, Glade's literally like, especially when Mergen says it, Glade's just like, like just points like in the direction.
Wow. Climb back aboard, we're gone. And he jumps from the top deck up there where the ballista is, down there to the wagon bed where you are, and then rushes inside to where the controls are.
We're just
now what?
If we're just gonna get going, then I kind of feel like I am bait. Life's not worth living without coffee.
Now
What is this coffee? What is this?
Oh, it's like made from beans. It's really good. You should try it out next time you're in the city.
it's a kind of bean soup.
All
They
right.
all drink it around here. I don't know what the thing is.
Don't drink the bottom though. It
Bean
gets
water.
really grainy.
All right.
You notice now as he goes in there and he flips a lever on the control panel of the wagon, and what looked like just flat metal panels about head height in there glow green now, and they're transparent and you can see through it like it's daytime out there. He has viewports to drive by. He gets it cranking up and it's clunk, starts making a lot of noise, heading in towards the city in the direction that Glade pointed. Are there any
Novus
preparations that you would like to make?
Yes, Novus would like to take a needlessly precarious stance on the back of this moving vehicle and just wait
All right.
anxiously.
Glade, did you get aboard before it took off?
Yeah, knowing that we had to go quickly and knowing that they didn't have much trouble getting into it had a lot of trouble getting into it last time, they literally just like threw themselves into the thing very awkwardly, and then it seemed like the best bet at the time.
Right. All right. You come clank. You go clanking down the hill, clank, 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 and then start up the other side. And it kind of slows down a little bit as the tracks dig into the soil and starts pulling up. And that's when you hear the screams on the top of the hill. You can no longer feel the tremors because you're no longer in contact with the ground, and well, you're on a big shaking wagon thing. But you can hear the screams in the night over the sound of the wagon.
Sounds like they've been woken up without coffee too.
If that's the noises you make of that drink, I feel like it's probably not very good for you.
It's highly addictive, don't get me wrong, but very worth it. If you don't drink it, I literally get a headache.
The only thing that I know about coffee is I had a friend who said it was the best part of waking up. I'm not gonna be staying in character for this one, kids.
Yeah. Good to the last drop. Okay. You clank on up the hill. The screaming has died out as you reach the top of the hill. The top of the hill is a mass of churned earth, with not a soul left to be seen. There is one boot left laying on the ground.
I will leap down to the boot and land dramatically.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me make a totally inconsequential, doesn't matter roll. Just go about your business. You land next to the boot. It's like a knee-high looking boot, with a folded over top, really stylish.
The creature fears feet. Good to know.
Do you pick up the boot?
Absolutely.
Okay, the lower leg and foot fall out.
My foot suspicions have been confirmed.
Obviously they defeated him.
Yes, clearly. I will gaze into the gash left behind in the earth.
It just looks like lumpy ground up here. You know that you can see the area that they had stomped flat, so they had a better field of view, and you can see the remnants of the fire they had going up here, scattered about. But it looks like fill dirt has been put back in where a hole once was. It's all lumpy and uneven and stuff. Not the way soil normally is, relatively smooth.
Suspicious.
And it smells very highly of turned soil up here.
I would hypothesize that perhaps the creature that we are looking for has a tendency to burrow.
So you think it's a donkey?
No, not burrow, but burrow.
I'm sorry. My own joke
I
messed
can't
me
do
up.
it, man.
Yeah, I broke myself. I'm sorry.
Good. The best kind. I have a question.
Yes.
This foot.
Yes.
There's we have this foot.
Yes.
Is this foot enough to kind of use to name this creature? To try and locate the remainder of this creature? If one had a spell, such as locate creature?
Well, is it technically a creature when it's eaten?
That's your call. It's fine. I think normally you do name the creature, and I was like, we didn't know any of these people, but there's enough. Can I say this and hold up this?
I'll give you
Mm-hmm.
a roll.
Okay, that's fair.
At disadvantage.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Is this like survival because I'm kind of tracking this foot?
Yes, exactly.
The rest of this foot?
Because it's specific to the foot, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to click the survival twice and see if it gives me... I haven't had to do an advantage, disadvantage on D&D Beyond before. Okay, so the first roll is a 19. And then if you would let me click it again, please. D&D. Thank you, D&D Beyond. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it
The
takes a
animation.
little while for the animation to end.
Because it's doing the whole animation. No, that second roll's not as good. The second roll's a 10, so that's what I got since I had disadvantage.
It's you're pretty sure it's a human foot. That's all you get from it.
Could I haven't done this forever. Could I wild shape into
Absolutely
a
can.
wolf?
Okay. And for the wild shape folks, it's you just go wild with it. There's no dinosaurs, but there's anything else though.
Awesome. So if I could wild shape into a wolf, and then use my nose to track the wolf.
That's very good.
The foot smell.
Right. Okay. You hop down there and check it out. The wolf smells the foot. It strongly smells of foot and human. If you would like to make a perception roll or survival, we'll let you have your choice to try and track it.
Cool beans. That's 17.
17? Yeah, it seems to head off to the west, lateral to the city. The city south of where you started, you're to the north of it, and it's moving along.
Just like Glade did previously, you're going to see this wolf point in the direction. And then run off in that direction.
Okay. Cohen is up there and says, get back on the wagon, let's go. And already in the distance, you can hear the screams.
Gotcha.
With haste. Sorry, I forgot about my accent. With haste. And Novus will jump back onto the wagon.
You'll see like a wolf. You know when like dogs try to get in the back of the car and they kind of miss?
Yeah.
And they like slam themselves and they have to do it again.
Yeah.
That's what the wolf does.
Okay. You get back on Glade?
Yeah, same deal. Just like chuck themselves back in.
Good. Okay. And Cohen kicks it into gear and clunk, 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 and he goes rolling off into the night towards the screams. You get back to that next hill, and it looks just like this one.
Damn.
Okay. How do we get it to come where we are?
Is there like a perpendicular line that it's going through? Like, is it going from A to B to C to D, or is it just...
Yeah, it appears to be going from the little hilltop outposts, one after another.
We should go to the one after the one next to this. And perhaps put the boots to the ground.
You hear from the next one. At me then! Screamed out into the night. And you see a great sword. You can recognize it because it's big enough. A lot big like the one the Goliath had. Burst into flame and be held up in the air.
What kind of flame?
We could just follow the flaming sword.
It's got a blue flame.
Oh, Guardian, got it.
Yeah. For your character, that would be because it's sad.
No, I went consular.
Oh. Okay. Cohen doesn't say anything. He heads off towards the direction of the sword. Clank, 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 clank. You go back down the hill. Clank, 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 clank. Come up the other hill. You see the Goliath buried waist deep in the dirt, still holding with two hands the sword above his head, his back to you, like he's waiting for whatever it is to emerge from the soil.
Steady.
He's Quinn has stopped the wagon, and he rapidly scrambles around to the side and climbs up the ladder to get up to the top with the ballista.
Novus will jump off of the cart and land.
Okay. Boom, you're on the ground. Yeah.
Where did you last see it?
He does not answer. His back's still to you. He's still, and he's holding his sword like he's totally focused.
Oi.
Can I smell him?
Yeah.
Does he smell like a normal Goliath?
Smells like a normal Goliath to you. Stinky.
Can I go around and have a look at his face?
His face looks calm and at peace. And he's just looking down at the ground in front of him, holding his sword up.
I'll go up and put a hand on his shoulder. I said, where did you last see it?
And his upper torso falls over into the dirt.
Oh, well,
Bit off at the waist.
Complicates asking you questions.
The sword goes out when it falls out of his hand as he falls.
I will
Oh,
turn
dear.
him over and take some black coal powder out of one of my satchels and just draw my monk sigil across his forehead. And, say a quick death prayer in Elvish.
You feel the effects of the prayer as your God answers you and accepts his soul.
Well, suppose we're failing a bit at staying ahead of the game. Perhaps we should call it back to us rather than trying to cut it off at the pass.
Right then, there's a large whang sound as something hits the wagon. The
my plan working already.
you don't know what it was, you don't see it, but one of the wheels, the big spoked iron wheels, is now bent in at an angle underneath the wagon. The upper part of it is still up. The bottom part is now angled underneath. And the track has come loose. For those of you on the ground, you can feel the tremors in the ground.
As a wolf, can I smell it?
You can
Or
smell
can I roll
something.
to smell it?
No, I'll give you that.
Okay.
That's why I asked for everybody's passive perception. And I got wolf here. Yeah, you can smell something. You're not quite sure what it is. I'll give you a, since you smelled it firsthand now, I'll give you a survival check to see if you can identify it in your mind. Maybe you've smelled it before.
Ooh. It's a 14.
Nope.
Okay.
It's not something that's common that you would have, had a great chance of knowing.
Novus is going to take.
You'll just see a wolf growling, hackles up.
A couple steps away from the majority of the traveling troop, and just jump.
Jump where?
Not just in place, just up and down.
Oh, to attract it in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Mergen, your suspicions were confirmed. You have bait.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay. You let's see. Who all's on the ground now? I need to know that.
I'll be on the ground.
I'll be on the ground.
All right.
I was
all
kind of
you.
interested in that blue sword, really.
Mhm. The you can feel the vibrations coming closer now. All of you can. And out in the dark, you can see the ground raising up in a mound as something moves along underneath it. If any of you remember the Looney Tunes when Bugs Bunny would tunnel through the ground and it raised a little, that's what it looks like. Except wherever you can kind of tell where the creature is, because it's a little bit higher humped up dirt right there as it moves slowly closer to you.
Okay. As it starts getting closer, I want to spend a key point and use my patient defense ability. Just to impose disadvantage on any attack rolls and give myself advantage on any dex saves.
Okay. You can do that. Can I get initiative rolls from everybody?
Oh boy.
Oh wow. This is very exciting.
There's a lot of excitement going on right now.
Yeah. I'll give you a 15 there, please, Temple.
Okay.
18.
Ooh.
That is a 13 for Novus.
Okay.
I rolled 11, but I have -2 to initiative, so 9.
Oh.
Okay. And let me get Colin. Okay.
Glade, you're the best of us.
You are. Okay. You stand there, ready for the attack, and the trembling stops. We go first to, hang on, I wrote this down for just such an occasion. Merchant,
Yes.
what would you like to do? The trembling has stopped. You were braced and ready for a fight to start as the thing was coming in closer, and you saw the hump in the ground. Then the mound that was coming in at you just slowly dissipates and disappears as it goes underneath the part of the hill that you are standing on.
I think Merchant as a wolf is going to hop onto the tank vehicle thing and like bark, growl, whatever at the rest of the troop to kind of like tell them to get back on, because I think it's going to dive. It's going to do a shark and lunge at us.
What's my...
And
But I don't know if that's communicated to them. It's just a wolf.
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
I understand animals, so I understand.
Yeah, you'll know that.
Can I translate?
You could.
Yeah, to Glade it sounds like, get the fuck out of here!
Get on the wagon, get on the wagon.
Well, Merchant Wolf would like everyone to please move to the cart. And also some swear words.
I'm not so sure about that, really. I'd find it's best not to panic in these situations, and I think us all being grouped together might be dangerous. I'll take my chances here. I'd like to unsling the rope from my pack, tie my crowbar around it, and just spool the rope out on the hill.
Okay. That's clever. And let's see, you do that. Let's see. Novus, what would you like to do?
Novus is fully convinced that
You already have patient defense still running, so.
they're convinced that their patient defense was far too patient, and that they fooled the creature into thinking they're no longer there. And it's just like, damn my perfect hiding skills. And so Novus will sort of just trace around this upper sort of former campsite, probably on the other side of the torso that remains.
Right.
And, I'll hold an attack action if anything comes within range of my weapon.
All right, you're holding, and Glade.
I have a thing. Let me see what happens if I click cast on this thing. Fate disappears. What level is this? It's 3rd level. Do I really want to do this? Maybe not. You know, I want to respect Mergen's advice, but also I want to do I'll climb up on the yeah, I'll just climb up
Never
on the
listen
cart.
to Merchant. Never listen to Merchant.
I'll climb up on the cart and hold out my I have a quarterstaff. And actually as a bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh on it.
Okay.
And then I'll just hold if anything pops out of the ground or anything comes within hitting range, I'll do a smack.
Okay. Cohen jumps down from his perch up there and rushes to the back of the wagon. It broke my wagon. That's gonna take days to fix.
Uh-oh.
Everybody on the wagon, make a acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
Oh no.
Roll to hang on.
Oh boy.
Told you. Never listen to him.
And
So-
also, Mergen, you get an inspiration for predicting what was about to happen.
Nice.
Love it. I rolled a 14 for my acrobatics.
Okay.
D&D Beyond just so mean to me. Literally rolled it so that the B that's the nat 20 lit up
Uh-huh.
and then booped backwards to a 2.
Nice.
So I got a
No.
7 for my athletics check.
You know that's the dice gods that's mocking you for not using real dice.
So mean. You're right. I should be using real dice. I'm gonna D&D Beyond. You've burnt me too hard. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
In the whole
Right.
sight and dice jail.
All right. The Furbolg goes flying.
Yep.
And
Oh.
you didn't think a Furbolg could get that much air out of the wagon and lands just like a sack of grain. Boom, on the ground. Dust goes up around them. The gnome manages to hang on, but their feet are flung into the air as they hang on with a death grip on the side of the wagon and then boom, back down. With that roll, you manage to land on your feet, but kind of unsteadily. Cohen goes flying out of the wagon and splats on the ground as well. Okay, so that was the creature. Oh, and those of you on the ground saw this cone-shaped snout of white and gray emerge from under the wagon and strike right into the middle of the bed of it, lifting the wagon 5 feet off the ground. From the inside, Mergen, you see that some of the planks that make up the bed of it, which are 2-inch thick oak, have now been cracked where it hit. And then the cone-shaped snout disappears back into the ground.
You hear scared wolf noises.
Oh wow! I don't suppose as that snout came up, it happened to catch any of my rope, did it?
No, it didn't. It was underneath the wagon.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
well.
forgot that you were a wolf merchant. Yeah, you didn't hold on with your hands. You bit the side of the wagon. Kind of made a Scooby sound, when things go bad. Somebody needs to give them a merchant snack.
honestly, I think we made a mistake by going away to keep watch. We probably should have stayed with the bait because that seems to be where the creature's attacking.
Tactical errors.
Boblin, you get a growl right towards you.
Oh wow! I didn't realize we picked up a what kind of is this? Are you like a dog or like a puppy or?
Wolf.
Woof. It barks at you.
I bet you're a good boy. I might have a treat here somewhere, a bit of sandwich.
I've very rarely seen, like fighting whilst in a fight with a monster when the party turns on itself and starts just
Eating the wild shape. Okay. Goes back to Mergen. What would you like to do?
I'd like to get the heck off of this vehicle now.
Okay.
Back onto. I'm just gonna run circles essentially around everyone.
Okay.
Hoping that that may, and then I'm gonna strike if it pops up again, if it breaches again.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this time you're prepared for it. Last time none of the abilities that they said that they had ready were within striking range of it, since it was under the wagon, you didn't get a chance to attack. But now, since it's there, you might be able to. Okay. You run circles around the group as they stand there and look, and you're prepared to strike out and attack. What would our friend Bob want to do?
Possibly ask just to take a quick look at the Zoom chat. But then also be like, oh, dang, and start collecting up my rope again. Like, oh, well, I laid a trap, but it didn't quite work. I seem to go for all of you. Maybe I should put the rope near you next time. Is the cart going to work?
You see Cohen raising his head out of the dirt. No, she's busted for sure. I'll have to have it fixed in the town.
Oh. Does that mean you're going to, drag it, or...?
We'll probably have to get some oxen to come out here and drag it back.
Oxen! That's a great idea. Let's go and get some oxen, and then we'll have more bait. We can kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, there'll definitely be some killing. You hear from another hill closer to town screams.
How do we get this thing to stay? This spot.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say a thing, but so are we still in combat? If we know, we saw it just attack a different hill.
No, you know that it's gone from you, unless, and I'm just spitballing here, there's more than one.
Frass. How far is the other hill from here?
About 200 feet. Okay. It's a long way across the grass there.
Not if I dash. I got a speed of 50. And
Novus brought their running shoes.
I think I'm gonna anus. I'm gonna jump in place a bit more.
Okay.
See if the vibrations call it back over.
All right.
And just hold. I'll take out these two long, very chiseled clubs attached by a metal chain, and sort of twirl them in one hand.
Okay. The screams die down on that hill over in the distance. It seems to have gotten very quiet out here. You didn't notice it before in all the excitement, but there's no more bird sounds. There's no more bug sounds. Everything's being still. The sound of the screams have died off in the distance. And those of you there still on the ground can feel the ground begin to shake again.
It's on its way.
Can I come out of wild shape?
You can.
And I'm
Oh.
going to try and
Oh my goodness! How'd you? Whoa! I was still waking up when you wild shaped. I didn't. Oh my goodness! I didn't realize it was you merging. Wow! Oh!
Yeah, and I'm not a good boy, all right? I'm a good man.
and he'll kind of like stand opposite Novus and also jump on the ground. And then I'd like to hold erupting earth
Okay. Nice.
for the creature, and then I'm gonna like, I want to like shoot it up and out basically,
Okay.
because it ejects it like a. Yeah.
All right.
Hang on, let me gather up my rope.
Anybody else want to prepare anything?
Can I replace the rope around the party?
Yes, you can.
I was gonna do I was going to seeing Novus, sorry, doing these up and down hops, and it kind of worked last time. I mean, the thing came over. I have to get up because I was just thrown a little bit.
Yeah.
I have to dust myself off a little bit and come over and like just can I just I'm just gonna do like a little, and like with one finger, because I'm so big, I'm just gonna like put one finger on like their shoulder to like touch them ever so slightly, and I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on them.
On who?
The idea being if it tries to drag them under or anything like that, they're not able to be grappled or
Right.
anything of
They
that
can
sort.
wriggle free.
Yeah. They can't be paralyzed, they can't be restrained, they can't be...
Right. And no difficult terrain.
No difficult terrain, exactly.
All right, Novus, you have that now.
Dope.
Uh,
I am untethered by physical means.
you can see the mound of earth now coming up the hill towards you. All of you can see it. Cohen is desperately climbing back up onto the wagon, trying to get back up to the ballista. The mound of earth comes roaring in now, throwing off dirt clods to either side as it comes through. And then erupting from the ground, you see kind of a angled back, large white fin come out of the ground, and a bullet-shaped snout comes swinging in at Novus. Novus? What is your armor class, Novus?
My armor class is 18.
Ooh. 18.
Heck, untouchable monk.
And with my critter. Okay. So that would be, where's my critter? There's my critter. Hi, critter. Okay, it comes barreling up out of the ground, erupting from the ground, and you see one big claw emerging from the dirt, and it takes a swipe at Novus, hitting Novus. Or
Oh, they're like that.
rolled really good. For 14 points of damage, piercing.
Sounds good.
Another claw comes by as it goes past you and misses.
Nice.
Okay, now all your guys' prepared actions can go off, and they'll go off in the order of the former initiative. With Mergin first.
Yeah, so erupting earth, I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Choose a point you can see on the ground within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube. centered on that point, each creature in the area must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so 20 foot would be.
It's a dex save that they need to do.
Right. So that would be you and Norvis. You and Norvis.
Sure.
You got yourself and your own
And the
spell.
creature?
And the creature, definitely.
Sweet. Sorry, Novus. I think you're Dexy. You're a monk, right?
No problem.
Cool. Am
that
I able
accent.
to kind of? Am I able to cube
I'll
it
give
where
you-
just the corner of the? So it's just the creature that I get, or is it definitely going to hit Novus as well?
Yeah, it's definitely going to hit Novus because it's right there on Novus.
Gotcha.
There's no
You will get advantage on it because you know it's coming
wonderful.
since it's your
Gotcha.
spell and everything.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So Dex save 13.
Okay, yeah, I believe
13
you
is the
saved
DC.
from that, don't you?
I don't save.
Oh, really? Wow.
What did you say
Okay.
the DC was?
I rolled double six. 13.
Okay, I got a 23.
Yeah.
Just about.
So with
And what-
evasion, I take no damage.
And what happens on the, how much damage is on the save?
On this, if you save, you
Yeah.
take half 3d12.
Oh, okay.
So let me just roll 3d12.
Okay. 3d12. Of course,
I just read that. Sorry.
it's okay. Norris is going to use evasion, so
Yeah,
You don't take any
no
of it.
damage.
That is 14 damage full. No,
Okay.
I lied. Sorry. Completely wrong. 17 damage full.
okay.
This is like parallel to fireball being cast in a room full of people right now.
Well, I gave it because I've got a
Why
little
play
got a little
Fireball
hand-
when you can play?
right. I've got a little hand-drawn map here, and I gave it the best angle, so it got the least.
Gotcha.
people. Okay. You see it erupt right there where it's at as it goes past Norvis. That's why he takes some of the effect on him that he nimbly dodges away from. So, and you take half of that, I believe, right?
Yeah, I take
You would
8,
be,
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
you would be just on the other side of the creature from him. It passed between.
Mhm.
To get the creature fully, though, you had to be in the area.
Yep, no worries.
And okay, there's that. And who's
Did it
next?
take any damage?
Oh, it appears to have taken some damage.
Sweet.
It
cool.
it doesn't look as it goes by. You see its small red glowing eyes look at you, and it kind of blinks up into the head as the force of the spell goes off, and it looks back at you with what seems to you, because you're used to seeing creatures and and figuring out what they're thinking. It seems to take a special interest in you.
Cool. Love that for me.
And all right then, Norvis, I believe you get to go next.
Yes, that is me. I will lash out with my nunchaku, which is just a club connected by
Right.
a chain to another club. That's 2. We're going to assume that misses. And that one was not much better. Play. Oh, D&D Beyond, please. That's a 16.
Okay. Both of those strike the mound of dirt that is pushed up by this thing as it goes through the ground, missing the creature entirely.
Dope.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
Oh, dearie me.
That is not the Novus I've come to love and know here. Oh, dearie me.
It was all a ruse. I'm actually very
Yeah.
Midwestern.
Yeah.
I'll use. Yeah, I guess I'll just. I'll I'll wait for it to pop up again.
Okay.
Special.
That will work. Then, Boblin.
This time, did it happen to pop up near my ropes?
It did pop up within the area of your rope.
Oh, brilliant. Did it happen to chomp down on any of the rope? Maybe the bit with the crowbar?
I don't know. Let's see. It attacked with its claws. It didn't appear to be all bitey.
I wasn't playing by... Well, okay.
Well, with a nat 1, yeah, we'll say it did.
Oh.
Nice.
Everyone, I'm not sure if you can use your reaction to grab hold of the rope, but that's what I'm going to do. Just going to hold onto the rope and see where we go.
God.
Wonderful.
You all have your reactions left if anybody wishes to. On
Absolutely. I'd like to use the same muscle memory of a monk using deflect missiles to just like snap out towards the rope and grab it in one hand.
You do it in slow motion, like a Matrix kind of move, where you come around and snatch it out of the air.
Nice.
Mergen, would you like to grab the rope? All right.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not?
And it comes back around to Glade. You can grab it. You can save your reaction if you want and get it as a bonus action, or you can use your reaction, your choice. Or you can take your action if you like first.
All my friends are going underground. Like everyone's going on a little adventure. Like, I don't feel like. I don't feel like I'm super ideal for this journey y'all are taking. I respect y'all's decisions. But
However,
I don't know if I feel that in my heart of hearts. I would. I saw Novus didn't get injured. Novus managed to avoid the damage from the erupting earth,
yes,
but Mergen was hurt. Okay, I'm gonna take a step back from the rope rather. Because it's a bit of a you do you moment. You do you, boo. I respect you. I respect all of y'all's, but I ain't doing that. So I take a step back. Glade takes a step back. Is like, okay, well, if you're all gonna do that, I'm just gonna and like I'm going to call up my spirit totem. Support. I believe in you, darlings. And I'm gonna call up a unicorn appears. I'm not joking. I know I'm laughing, but I'm not joking when I say just like it's not a full unicorn. It's like a spectral thing. And it's casting out this like rainbow sparkle aura. All around it, and it's just like, yeah, if you could just stay, hang out with them and help my friends, and casts this unicorn into the midst of your presence. It lends protections to all those nearby. Everyone has advantage on ability checks made to detect any creatures you're looking for, and any healing that is done to anyone in this circle gets using the spell slots to restore hit points to any creature inside the aura. Each creature of your choice also regains hit points equal to my druid level. Okay, so extra healies. So yeah.
Does that go off immediately?
That goes off immediately.
Okay, so Mergen would heal.
Well, it doesn't. There's no healing immediately upon.
Oh, okay.
But then I'm gonna be like, Mergen, you take care, please. Just you're doing good. Brush it off. You look good. You're looking great. And so I'm using healing word into the unicorn spirit. to give you additional.
So the unicorn spirit's like a con.
Feels good.
Yeah, so it does the
Thank
extra
you.
damage. So my healing word is 1d4 plus 4. That was a 1, but plus 4. So that's 5 plus 7. That's 12.
Oh, perfect. Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm up again.
Unicorn makes it. Unicorn makes it so much better. Unicorn's like really there for you. Yeah.
I look at the unicorn and I'm like, I'm so inspired.
Yeah.
It's
So
like a
that's
slow-mo moment as you're dashing by.
Right?
The unicorn and the gnome share a moment.
it's just like whinnies at you.
Yeah.
It's just like I think the unicorn like winks at like
Yeah.
Mary
It like
Jane.
whips its hair in slow
Yeah.
motion and winks at me and I'm like,
just like
wow.
yeah, just like sparkles come streaming out of the mane, and it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life.
Amazing.
Yeah, and so that's my movement to take a step back. That is my full action and my bonus action. That's all of it.
Awesome. Okay. And Cohen gets to go. He finally makes it to the ballista. Because he has advantage. Oh, and he smites the monster mightily. You see one of those 6-foot-long crossbow bolts lance out of the night, strikes down there. It kind of phosphoresces as it goes, and strikes it high up in the back, right next to the fin, sinking a foot into the back. And you hear the monster with a high piercing whine as it gets struck, and it takes off at twice the velocity it was using before, burrowing into the ground. Everybody holding onto the rope, make a dexterity. Make a acrobatics.
Ooh.
I
And
can
we'll
do
see
that.
what happens.
Yeah, I've got this. I feel good.
It will be an acrobatics of 16.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my advantage.
17. Woo.
I've got one knocking around from the last stream. Someone donated right at the end, so I just
Oh, cool.
held it for this game.
Heck yeah.
Good thinking.
That there, my friends, is a natural 20.
Awesome.
Oh!
Hey.
Yes.
Okay, as the rope goes whipping into the dirt as it dies, you see Novus like he's water skiing on the
First
dirt,
roll was a
holding
4,
onto
the
the rope.
second one was a 20. Not 20! 22!
Nice.
You see Boblin and Novus water skiing on a rope behind a land shark. And Emergent?
I got a
You holding
17.
17? Good
Yeah.
enough. You're not water skiing. You're being dragged along the ground, but you're held on tight. You didn't go flying as the rope whipped out of your hand.
Nice.
You're being dragged along through the grass and the dirt, the pile of dirt, and you're getting a face full of dirt. The other two are riding it, going back and forth across the mound like it's a wake behind a boat. It looks really cool. And then the rope starts going down and down and down. Do you wish to hang on?
Oh, yes.
And Boblin, do you wish to hang on?
Oh, I've come this far.
Okay, and Mergen, are you gonna hang on?
I think Mergen would be like, yeah, no. And he lets go right before it goes under the ground.
Okay.
We'll go to the underdog again.
Not again.
Like to take
Uh,
I'm going to take a deep
what?
breath.
Yeah. And okay. Boblin and Novus, give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, no, that I am not very good at.
I'm not the best either, but I believe in us.
Well, I rolled a 13, but I got a 12.
Okay.
It's unlucky for some.
Well, I rolled a 13, so that's a 16 for me.
Okay. That's not quite good enough.
Fair.
Because all of a sudden, both of you are slammed face first into the ground. the hard, unyielding earth that was left behind by the land shard. Goblin, you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh wow.
Novice, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. Love that for me.
As the rope is ripped from your hands and disappears into the earth. The ground's not quite soft enough that you can follow it as it goes down.
Oh. Well, that really burns.
You think your plan would have probably worked better on water than on dirt.
Foiled. Sorry. Foiled.
It's funny, the earth looked so soft when it was doing it.
Yes.
I think Novice noticed the big claws that it was using to dig with. A lot of things seem soft to those.
I'll rest a hand on Novus and be like, don't worry though, nothing really matters. We're all gonna die one day. And cast Cure Wounds.
The knight, after a few moments of the creature, the night comes alive with animal sounds again, birds and bugs. And in the distance, you can hear some faint moaning.
Yeah, I rolled maximum on that to give you 10 points of healing.
You are wonderful.
Nice.
Well, I think that's about time to take a break. Y'all, we're going to take 5 minutes to stretch bio and all of those good things. We'll be back in 5 minutes. During the break, I'm going to play an advert from our sponsor, The Deck of Many, about their current Kickstarter. I hope you all enjoy that. Make sure you take a break yourself as well. Stretch, especially if you've been with us for a long time. See you in a minute.
Oh no, Jimmy! Heckna's after us! What are we gonna do? Sword beats face! Ha! Looks like you really lost your edge, huh? Huh? God, I'm funny. So, I guess weapons don't... Weapons don't work! Hey, why aren't you laughing? Oh, I know. Let me hit you with the punchline! Wait! My animated spell cards! They can save us! Well, jeepers, Jane. Blast them! Avada Kedavra! Right in the funny bone. Bleh. I really don't like that guy. We did it! Yeah! Defeat your greatest foes with the most powerful spells. Animated spells are back, with level 6 to 9. Each spell card features 8 frames of looping animation that makes the spell come to life, and contains all the spell details on the back. And for the first time, you can divine with a fully animated tarot card deck. Will you read Fortune or Folly? Jane! Heckna's reforming! Not on my watch! Meteor swarm! Go to animatedspells.com and back the Kickstarter today.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic break. We certainly did. I will hand straight back over to Temple to bring us into the final encounters.
Okay. The night comes alive again with nature, as it seems that the creature has left the area. What would you guys like to do?
I will sort of hobble over to Glade and just say, it appears that sorry, wrong accent. It appears that I may have sustained a bit of damage during that brief encounter. I saw your gentle words caress Merchant until they felt better. If you wouldn't mind imposing such kindness on my form, I would be eternally grateful.
Blade just puts their hands down and is like, of course. You know, I think you're doing a really good job out there. I'm really proud of you. And I think, once we find this creature, you're gonna get him and you're gonna feel a lot better. And so I'm casting my healing word on you, but also you're inside my unicorn. My unicorn, you're sharing space with this kindly unicorn. And so we got, that's gonna be, 14 points? 14 points of healing.
Plus. As you say that to Novitz, he kind of, thanks. Sometimes, I feel like, what are we doing, It's just, it's a lot sometimes.
Yeah, but we're helping, all those things. Just think of all those poor cows that keep getting eaten. Poor cows.
To be fair, I mean, they were probably being raised to be eaten, but your point stands.
What?
All right, you guys have a moment here to prepare. You know it's out there. You know it knows where you're at. What would you like to do? You know it can be hurt. It's taking damage.
I mean, the rope surfing idea didn't go great, y'all. But perhaps if it appears again, I learnt this special technique. I was watching my favourite theatre production, Kill William, and they do this thing where they punch someone, and then if they move, they get really hurt. And so I learnt it, and I can maybe we could try and stop it in its tracks with that.
I do also have some slowing abilities in my arsenal that I could try if I could manage to get a solid punch off.
I could also entangle it. Hopefully stop it that way. If we can get it to stop, at least we can, I don't know, hit it.
And now
sorry, Novus, for the boom. I wasn't really thinking properly.
No problem. I will do what must be done. If my death comes in this adventure, then I welcome it with open arms.
You went a little quiet at the end there, Eddie.
If my death comes in this endeavor, I welcome it with open arms.
I don't want to die, but I mean, you do you.
You noticed as this last pass of the land shark through there, the great white land shark, that this thing is probably 30 foot long from end to end. Anybody that wants to can make a survival or a nature check to see what they remember about land sharks from wherever they say they may have learned it from.
I will make a survival check.
I think Boblin is going to choose to fail as one of the things. as what Novus said to them reminded them of like their theory that there's, what if life's just like a delicate balance that we're sort of, sort of just tightroping along when actually everything's gonna like probably explode or implode or something anyway. A comet could hit the planet tomorrow. Maybe the whole universe could like get hit by another comet or something. We don't know. We're tiny.
Death's design is infinite in its mastery. If we are fated to die today, there is no real way to avoid it. That is a 27, by the way.
Jeez.
Check.
Okay, what did everybody else get?
That is 16, but I'm kind of ashamed to say that after that 27. So,
19
And-
plus 8.
I got just a wicked 14. Just,
Okay.
I know everything.
So Novus majored in billets. Got
You
it.
see Novus get like this long off stare, and he's like, yes, land sharks. I remember the last time I encountered one.
Yeah, you're very familiar with them. And you know that they're probably about a third this size normally.
This one is big.
And usually they're mottled brown color, not really white.
Perhaps it's been bathed recently? I'm not exactly sure. Seems to be particularly fluorescent. But I do believe that the vibration trick would call it back to us once more. Maybe. I don't know how far off it's gone at this point.
You and all of you that rolled know enough to know they're ambush predators. They're not real bright, and they've got a fearsome bite. So far, all you felt is their claws.
So you think they're attracted by vibrations?
From what I could tell. Only good vibrations, though.
I mean, I could put one of my minor illusions in the ground, because like noise is like vibrations, isn't it? Have you ever noticed that when you stand too close to someone casting minor illusion, your ears hurt and your water shakes? Or your beer? Personally, I prefer water.
Yes. So if we're all ready, I can prepare an attack. We'll try and for when the creature might appear again. And already an unarmed strike.
Hey, mate, how long can I concentrate on this ability?
Can I ready entangle
You
to
can.
restrain the shark and the land shark?
Shock. You
Can I just-
may.
Ready in action. I'd simply, when the bullet appears,
Yeah.
I would like to I'd like to cast Shadow Blade.
Okay. And Glade.
I don't know. Now we know what it is. Okay. I was originally debating turning into a giant badger and like trying to dig. I was like, I'm just gonna burrow. If it's not gonna come to us, I'm gonna go to it. But now we've seen it, and that seems like a bad idea.
You think it's probably a little more at home underground than a giant badger.
Yeah, I like now that we've really seen it. Gosh, yeah. Can I just ready to whack-a-mole it? Can I just stand with my staff?
I love how particularly a streak of your hair is keyed out with your
Yeah.
green screen.
Yeah.
It's
My
great.
hair's very green, and I do,
Yeah.
half of my head is just in the glade. Oh,
Ah.
what? Sorry.
That's called immersion for everyone. playing.
Yeah. It makes me feel like I'm there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you all know about this hole in my head.
You see Cohen. He goes, blast! This thing didn't do anything, and he throws the ballista up, so it's just pointing straight up in the air. And he hops down into the wagon. You see him pull an axe there was a great axe hanging on the wall inside the wagon. He pulls that off. And he comes down there and he jumps down and stands next to all of you. And he goes, Chopper will get it. Don't you worry. Right? Chopper! And he says that in Dwarvish. And you see the blades on either side of this double-headed great axe split open, and another blade pops out from between the two sides. And when you look at it, it almost hurts your eyes, like the blade is so sharp it's cutting your vision. And you can't stare at it for very long.
Oh. Hey, Corinne. You know, I'm picking up a lot of, like, anger, maybe frustration from you. And I kind of relate, except I used to be sad. You should try this Reformation program up north. It's called From Gift to Boss, Monster. I thought it was From Goth to Boss. That's why I turned up. But they accepted me even though I wasn't a GIF and really helped me turn my life around. Now I'm out here adventuring. It's really changed my life.
I don't understand a thing you're saying.
They are so proud of themselves every time they make a joke like that, too.
I really am.
Yes. Oh, and all it does is draw monsters. And you're standing there on the plain next to the broken wagon when the birds stop singing and the bugs go quiet. And all of you now can feel the vibration in the ground. You know, Mergen, that you angered it when you attacked it. You can only imagine that it's even more angry having a foot of steel ballista bolt stuck in its back.
And a crowbar.
And a crowbar caught between its teeth.
And I'll just ready, just like take a stance.
Okay. You feel the vibrations growing and growing and growing. And there's what, 4 or 5. So.
Oh heck, I can cast that for 8 hours. Sorry, can I retroactively cast Mage Armor on myself? That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that would be.
Could I also do that with Barkskin?
Sure. Yeah. You guys had the downtime to do that. Any other long-lasting defensive spells anyone want to cast?
How do I do it? Can I just cast this? Does it just do it automatically?
I also would like to cast Barkskin.
Okay.
Since,
I would like to cast Grimace.
Amazing.
Scowl into the plains.
Oh my god, Barkskin is so good when you have terrible decks.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Druid Powers.
I think that's why it's there. Yes.
Oh my god.
If all of you would roll a d6 for me and tell me what you get.
That's fun. But no questions asked. That sounds like a great.
3.
2.
1. No, I didn't actually. Hang on.
Wait, what are we doing? Sorry, I was...
Rolling a d6.
A d6.
Oh, okay.
I also rolled a 3.
Okay.
4.
4. Okay. Let's see what Cohen gets. Ooh, a 6. Now let's see who the land shark gets.
I knew it was one of you pesky kids all along.
The vibration continues to grow. You don't see the mound of earth propelling towards you, though. And the vibration grows and grows. And the earth explodes up in a huge eruption, bigger than the last time you saw it coming, as if it came from deeper in the earth and had time to build up more velocity. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw to remain standing or to not be thrown prone.
I can do this.
Oh,
I
my
really can do
dexterity
this.
Saving isn't as bad.
17.
17 as well.
Okay, both of you still
5.
standing.
Nice.
You land on your butt. And Glade?
8.
8.
A very strong 8.
You land on your butt as well.
It's a strong butt.
Win with a natural 1.
Oh dear.
You see the bullet great white land shark erupt from directly beneath him. As its mouth opens, and you see Cohen disappear up to the waist inside of him. Swinging. I'll give him his action. He'll swing his axe.
Whoa.
Everybody else needs to make an initiative roll.
Oh gosh, dang it! One.
He hit with 1. You see the axe cut into the side of the creature's mouth and gashed down into its body, a full foot opening the mouth up as the axe cuts it, as if it is extremely sharp.
Wow, that axe looks extremely sharp. Unlike me, however, who only rolled an 11 on initiative.
Okay.
It's gonna take me a while to stand up from my bum. I
got?
rolled a 9.
Okay. A 9. And Glade?
0.
Oh,
0. That's
0.
okay.
I have -2 to initiative, and I rolled a 2.
that's impressive.
His skills.
Okay, you go right after the crickets. Novus?
Novus got a 20.
20. Okay, let's see. So it will be a Novus. And then Boblin?
Oh wow! I didn't think I'd be second with that low
You
overall.
didn't suck as hard as you thought you did.
I didn't.
And Mergen. And Glade. And okay, now you get to see its fearsome bite attack, which is an ass load of 12 ciders. Hang on, I'm going to use D&D Beyond because this is too many 12 ciders. Okay. Let's see what happens to him. That's a lot of double digits.
Oh no.
Okay. You see, as Cohen disappears down the creature's gullet, slashing at it with his axe that cuts deep into the side of its head and going down to where like the neck armor is on the thing. It's got a much bigger smile on this side than it had before. You see the creature's mouth come down closed on him. He screams as blood shoots out in all directions. And then he goes silent, and the thing chokes open its mouth again and swallows him completely. And then slams down onto all fours right there in the middle of your group. You have it surrounded. You have, if you're doing melee attacks, you have it flanked.
All right. Let's do this held action punchy.
Any held actions can go.
Punch that man's.
I'm going to cast Shadow Blade at 3rd level. There's no real effect really, it just appears in my hand.
Right.
It's kind of dripping actually.
That is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Like a blade, a rapier that sort of hangs in the middle. Sort of like making a cradle, but it looks really dirty.
I can't read that at all. Where are my glasses?
Jess, your look just made that for me.
That's 5 points of damage.
I swear to God, this thing's going to eat you next just so you stop doing that.
I need the creature to make a Constitution saving throw DC of 16.
16. Okay, let me find my die here. With a 13, it fails.
Dope. It is stunned until the end of my next turn.
You see its eyes roll around in its little beady red eyes roll around in its head, much like the abominable snow creature in
Rudolph.
Rudolph. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is stunned. How much damage did you do?
Only 5.
5. All right. Thank you, Jess. I knew you'd know that.
Bumbles bounce.
Okay. That was your held action. What? And all you did was summon the blade. Boblin.
Does Mergen
Yeah,
still get their entangle up?
yeah, he will get his entangle off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Is that just an automatic entangle?
Yeah, because the bumble is done.
Easy.
Yeah, the thing is, I know summoning the blade is only a bonus action, but I held it because it only lasts a minute, so I wanted to wait for it to be useful.
Nice.
Good thinking.
Could I then also cast ice knife?
Yes.
Sweet. And yeah, I've never used it before, so I think I just roll to hit. Do I get advantage because he's
Absolutely.
stunned?
You actually get triple secret advantage because it's stunned, it's entangled, and it's flanked.
Does the hell is it? Like a 17 hit?
A 17 will hit. 17.
Oh, sorry, no,
hit.
it wasn't a 17. It was a 24.
A 24 definitely will hit.
Cool beans. So that's 1d10 ice damage. What the heck is a d10? For 1 damage. Wonderful.
Wow.
It does
But it
have
looked
to...
impressive.
Oh, and then it also has to succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take an additional 2d6 cold damage.
Okay, I'm going to say it automatically fails that because it's stunned and entangled and a little pissed off.
Fabulous. So then it also takes 5 cold damage.
All right. And Boblin, I'll let you go ahead and cast that Shadow Blade as a bonus action. Held and still get your action off if you like. Because remember, you can cast spells as a bonus that are under 2nd level.
Sick. You muted.
So I am, yeah. Well, that's brilliant. I love that. Well, in that case, I'm going to strike out towards the creature, and I'm going to try and warn it. I'm going to be like, be careful, you won't want to move after this one. And I'm going to use my booming blade to strike it. So I need to make a regular attack with my weapon.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it hasn't actually given me a roll to roll my Shadow Blade. I guess I'll just roll with...
Just
like...
roll. You can use the dice off to the side of the character sheet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what it would be. It'd be plus Dex and proficiency, I imagine, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll just... Yeah. Wow. There's a total of 11 hit.
It does not.
Yeah.
Well, rather it does hit, but the thing's thick hide, it doesn't pierce the thing's thick hide as you slice into it. But the booming blade does additional, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it only goes off on a successful attack though, because it is a cantrip. So.
Right. Yeah. So it strikes the side of it and no boom. So that would be you. Glade, if you would like, if you have any held or actions like that.
I was holding I think I specifically said my shillelagh.
Right.
But I assume an 11 does not hit.
It does not. You bounce off.
Already rolled. And then I have a question. Is this creature large?
It's late, sorry. This creature is huge.
Okay. Boo. I was like, oh, I could do this thing. No,
you know, a normal bullet or land shark is large.
Large.
This one is huge.
So this is a big boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get a bigger wagon.
Well,
Long have you been waiting to say that?
Whole time. Okay, so that was just our reactions, right?
That was just your saved action.
Yeah, that was my reaction then. Was to whiff with my stick.
Okay. I'm going to say that you guys have fought this thing now for a fair amount of time, and you'll just know it's got a 17 armor class. That's what you need to roll. Okay. Then we whirl quick back around. The thing is stunned to Novus.
I'm just gonna unleash holy hellfire on this thing.
Unleash.
And do 2
Okay,
nunchuck
one
attacks.
Question.
What's up?
Is it stunned until the end of your...
Until the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay, so the end of this, after you attack,
Absolutely.
it comes back. Okay.
And I'm going to 1 club swing. That's a 20 to hit.
That will
2
indeed.
club swing. That's a natural 2. That misses.
Okay.
And then I will spend a key point and flurry of blows. Second. Hi, that's a 19.
That'll hit.
And that's a 14.
That will miss.
Alright, so 2 hits. It's all a d6 because monks. It's 8 plus math. Oh god. That's 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Then at the end of my turn, it is no longer stunned. Oh
Right.
wait, it was stunned. I should have been rolling those with advantage.
Oh, that's true. Go ahead. Roll for the other the 2 that missed.
Okay. Well, one of them still misses,
Okay.
and the other one's a natural 20.
Ah,
Hey.
give me your damage. And just, I forgot to mention this. I should have at the top. In my homebrew rule, you just do maximum damage on a nat 20.
Oh.
So just figure it out. You don't have to roll. It averages out to being the same as double damage of what you roll. So
Then that is 9 points of damage.
all right. I just like criticals to actually always do something.
Mm.
I don't like
We've
the
all
quickie
rolled
criticals.
2 ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. There's that. And then we go back around to Boblin the Goblin, the Hobgoblin.
Right, well, this creature's stunned, right? So I guess I'll walk
No.
up. It's not
It's
stunned.
no longer stunned. It
Oh.
came unstunned.
And
Oh,
my
curses.
Did
That's
it
not-
have to do the entangle? Is it technically still
It is still
restrained?
technically entangled. You still have advantage. You now only have double advantage on it.
Right.
Well, let's see here. What have I got? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. First of all, I can second level spells I can cast as at bonus actions, right?
Yes, you can.
Does that include if I use my sorcery points to cast them?
Yes. So you can do your sorcery points any way you want.
All right. Well, everyone was saying earlier about how much they love the darkness, so I know no one will be upset when I cast darkness using my sorcery points and just make it a little bit more dark. But obviously, I can still see, and I assume that everyone else can as well because they were all saying how much they loved it.
Just a quick question here. Who else can see in magical darkness?
in magical darkness? Oh, absolutely not.
Magical? Probably not.
But you know what?
What?
I vibe with it. I'm here for it.
Okay. All right. So
And then in the
Lights go
darkness, since I can see the creature but it can't see me, would that
Right.
give me an advantage when I attack it?
well, you already have advantage because it's flanked and it's
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
restrained. So,
Well, that's okay. That's good as well. I will use
but
my
yeah,
I will use my Zephyr not Zephyr Strike. What's it called? Booming Blade again.
right. Hit. It's got 17 armor class.
Oh my goodness, the first one to roll was a nat 20.
All right.
Hey.
So max
so-
damage.
Let's see. Max damage of the blade is 3d8. 24. That took me longer than it should have done. Plus
That's,
1d8 thunder damage, so that's another 8. That's 32. That's thunder specifically. The others is psychic. And then
Jeez.
and it becomes sheathed. Yeah. And then until the start of its next turn, there's no save for this. I hit it, so this goes off. If it moves, it takes 2d8 extra damage. And I guess since we've rolled it out, that'd be another 16. And I'm like, just like in Kill William, I learnt it.
Hey. Nice. That was impressive. And no one saw it except for Boblin.
I
But
can't
you,
wait to talk to everyone about this later. I've really done myself really good here.
you bring the sword down because it's a critical. I like there to be permanent lasting damage from criticals. You come down on one of its small red glowing eyes, putting its eye out and putting a deep gouge there in the side of its head.
Can I change it a little bit because it's a shadow blade? Instead of like gouging
sure.
it physically, can I just taint it so it's forever as dark as my soul?
Oh yeah, cool. The red light in the eye goes black.
Sick.
I love it. Jeez. Okay,
So
well, this
upset.
complicates matters. Merging. Lights just went out.
I would like to
You do?
call lightning.
Okay. And all right. And I'll allow you to target that
Yep.
without any kind of disadvantage or anything, because the thing is entangled and you know where it's at.
Sweet. Cool beans.
As
Call
long as
lightning. Is it just gonna do it, or they have to save on a dex throw?
They have to save on a dex throw.
Yes. Dex 13.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say that it fails that. And
That's very
it will
nice of you.
it'll take the damage.
Amazing. Okay.
Well, it doesn't see it coming
3d10. Sweet. 3d10. Oh no. That's 25 damage.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
goodness
So
gracious.
sorry. Sorry
Okay.
to the land shark.
On Call Lightning, is there something on there about it jumping from the things that are within a certain distance of the target?
Oy, this is a big thing to. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh dear.
Okay. Everybody that just made a melee attack on the creature needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Why do I keep hitting my friends?
Oh, that's gonna be
I've played a druid and killed myself killing the bad guy with Call
Oh,
Lightning.
no.
So I knew this one.
That's a 21.
Okay. 21 will mean that you save.
Half.
No,
and I'm like-
damaging. 0.
In
Yeah.
the darkness, I'm like looking at Novus, like, wow, that's really impressive. Oh!
Like, Novus
Oh, your
feels
hair
like-
goes out.
Yeah, Novus feels like the hairs on their arms stand up and just instinctively like jumps and evasions away from the damage.
Nice. What does Boblin look like when the lightning goes through?
You know, oh, what's the name of that band? You know, like, when the, I've forgotten what they're called. Is it Good Charlotte, the one that had their hair in spikes all out like that?
I think so.
That's cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
And then I'll run over and with my bonus action I'll cast Cure Wounds at first level on Boblin.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I'm feeling
Okay.
really charged up now. That's great.
And Glade, this last time you swung at it with your stick, didn't you?
Yep, I have to retire that dice for the night because I rolled another 2.
So you-
Luckily,
so-
on Dex saves, I only have a -1.
Oh, well.
okay.
So it was 1, not 0 this time.
So you take all of it.
Moving up in the world.
I know.
So far, you've retired a
Up to
virtual
a
die.
real number, not even just
Mhm.
the absence of one.
You've retired a virtual die and a real die.
Yeah, I'm gonna try another die.
So apply that damage. How do you look when you get electrocuted?
How much was it? How much is it?
25.
25. Okay. That's I look like a little bit shaken, but mostly like, oh, okay. Oh, well, you know, that happens sometimes. Okay. Like,
So I've heard that lightning doesn't strike twice.
That's because
What?
whatever was there the first time isn't anymore.
nah.
Okay, that was Glade.
Okay. Well, you
Also,
know.
just one thing: the reason
Yeah.
that everybody got to make the dexterity save is everyone's passive perception is enough. You could feel the lightning coming. The creatures, however, is not that good.
That makes
So
sense.
I gave everybody a save. Okay,
Makes
go
sense.
ahead.
Okay, no problem. It's all good. It's all. How many spell slots do I have? I have that many spell slots. Oh, I'm good. Okay. Well
You
then.
want to call lightning again?
No. I'm gonna do the opposite of call lightning. And I'm gonna take a step back because I know my place and it's not up here at the front of this fight. And be like, everyone, you're all doing so good. We're gonna do okay. And then this time, instead of a unicorn, I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit at 3rd level. And it basically calls forth a natural, intangible spirit. But I'm gonna say it's a big tree, and it's literally like there's little like sprinkles coming down, and as they like touch you, as long as you go into the vicinity of this, you get this healing aura. And so it is it's a 5-foot cube, so I put it kind of I do stand on like one edge of it because I did just get very ouched.
Right.
But I'm just gonna be like, if anyone needs a nice rest, you just come over here for a second. You'll feel a lot better, I promise.
Okay, a spirit tree. It just appears out of the ground at the tail of the creature.
Nice.
Okay, the creature gets to go. Creature. Let's see. Who does the creature want to get? We'll see who goes after. And it will go after. Oh, it will go after Boblin.
All right.
That put out its eyes. You see it dig its feet deep into the ground, and it pauses for a minute and cocks its head as if it's listening to something. And then it turns its snout towards you and bites. Because it has tremor sense and can feel things on the ground.
Oh no, the darkness isn't working to my advantage as I was hoping.
And let's see. What is your armor class, Boblin?
Changeable, currently 15.
Okay, so it misses with the bite. Damn it.
Yeah, the darkness that enshrouds my body just gets a little thicker for a second.
And that's it. It's got that one big attack, and then that's all it's got. Okay. So and now we go to Novus again.
Oh, that's me. I'm gonna punchy nunchucky. I don't know. That fell apart in my mouth as I was saying it. 20.
I noticed that guy's accent keeps coming and going. I don't know what the deal is.
That's a 23.
I think it may just be he's just putting on an act. I don't.
Yeah, I get the feeling.
Maybe he's got the charlatan background. Let's not point it out.
Who knows?
Might be self-conscious.
I'll flurry of blows. The first 2 did hit. The second one's the third one's a natural 18. Oh wait, should I be rolling these at disadvantage because it is dark?
No, it'd be canceled out by the fact that it is still entangled.
Awesome.
But it can bite at stuff within 5 feet of its head. So
last one is a natural 14, which makes it a 21. So that's 4 hits.
It has disadvantage for being restrained, so that's why it missed the bubble.
Gotcha. Pooski. That's a pair of 6s and a pair of 1s, and thus balance is restored to the universe.
You are with druids.
So that is 12 and 2, 14 plus 4 modifiers would be That's 26 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's starting to look a little ragged.
Dope. And then as I like crack into the side of it with my nunchaku, I will bonus action patient defense.
Okay.
So I assume it's gonna try and chomp my facey face.
Chomp, chomp, chomp. All right, and then we go around to Boblin again.
Yeah.
You know the darkness is not working.
Let's go, Boblin.
Well, it's working. It's just working against your friends.
Muted?
Hello.
Fell asleep?
I keep doing that. I keep doing that.
It's almost like you've been streaming for an ungodly long amount of time.
Really?
No, I don't do things like that. Yeah, so I've seen that like it's it didn't move really, did it? Because I was only 5 feet away from it. So I guess it hasn't moved. That's very rude of it. So what I'm gonna do this time, I think, is I'm gonna I mean, there's no one standing directly in front of me except for it, is there, right?
Right, yeah.
So then I think I'm gonna cast Lightning Bolt.
Right.
Makes me a dexterity saving throw of 13.
Yeah, it's still entangled. I'm going to say that it fails.
Oh, brilliant. Well, oh, wait a minute. Wait for that dice to land. That one went miles high. That's a total damage of 30.
Yeah, it will take it.
Jeez.
Give me a perception roll, Novus.
A perception? I can do that. No, I can't. That's a natural 1. I don't see shit.
Okay, the lightning
pretty
bolt flails out away from Boblin. You are on the other side, directly opposite of Boblin.
Yeah.
Not able to see Boblin.
Oh, I
Don't see it.
I did check to see if anyone was in front of me.
Right.
I wouldn't have done that.
Exactly. But you can't see him through the land shark. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Right.
To get out of the way.
It's probably going to be the low one. Ah, man. Double 11s, so that is a 17.
What is your lightning bolt there, Bob?
13 DC.
Oh, okay. You make it. So half damage.
Evasion. No.
And there goes your reaction again this time. So, yeah, you're cool.
Dope.
Darn it.
The,
Crafty
start
monks.
standing on end again, and I just...
Yeah. Okay.
You're right there, Novus. Sorry, didn't see you. There's a big land shark.
You probably heard a sound in the dark. It's
Oh, no,
like-
yeah. There's that noise was character accurate.
Okay, Merchant. You know, my monster really doesn't need to hit.
Oh, I don't know what to do. What can I do that isn't going to hit any of my friends?
I'm not opposed to that as a DM. Just keep going. I think you're doing great.
Me too.
Everything I have is area of effect.
Yeah,
What?
all the druid spells are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
area of effect. I mean, I backed up. I'm out. I'm out. So, and if you
Okay.
hit anyone, I'll just move the healing spring towards them.
Exactly.
Walking tree.
Yeah.
Like, because I can do big damage. It just also causes big spread. Okay, so I am going to cast Flame Blade and evoke a fiery blade in my other hand. And then I'm not going to cast Shillelagh because I don't have enough spells for that. So I'm just going to go and smack it
All right.
with my fiery blade.
Let's go 17.
Was it AC 17?
Yes, 17.
Oh dear. 17 plus one. What? I don't know. 17. 17 hits.
17
right?
hits.
Oh, it's a +5. Oh my god. Is my
You're
spell
good.
attack +5? Wow. What is that? To 24? So that hits. Cool. 3d6 damage.
Nice.
That is, I can do quick math. 8 damage.
Okay. What's it look like?
Fire. So I'm gonna say it's kind of like a swashbuckling cutlass.
Oh, cool.
And as I swipe, it trails and the blade becomes much larger than the actual blade itself is, and slices into this land shark bullet.
And it hurts. Okay, and Glade.
Thank you, Roll20, for the little warning that I was muted. Appreciate it. Can I? So you said this thing is 30 feet long,
Yes.
right?
And you're at the tail end of it. The other two are up towards the head, and then
Yeah.
Mergent's off to one side between you and Bob.
Okay. Is there like, can one presume that there's somewhere there is a 5-foot space where no one is around it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's plenty of area between
it's
each
so
of
big that 2 people are at the front. I'm at the back, like actually probably like another few feet back.
Now,
and then someone. Yeah.
If you're going to do Call Lightning.
No, I wasn't going to do Call Lightning.
Okay.
I was
Because it's
gonna
5 foot within the target creature, so.
I was going to do Flaming Sphere.
Oh,
which
okay.
is
Yeah.
a 5-foot diameter sphere, so it's like a fireball.
Right. Yeah. So you just roll it into it.
Yeah, exactly. I want to roll the fireball onto this thing.
You can totally do that.
And it's like, you know, when you go like bowling and someone doesn't know how to go bowling and they do the like between the legs roll, the like. Okay, well, you know, this isn't working, so I'm just gonna and like huck this like ball, very gently roll this ball of fire in
Let's
the
see if
direction.
it gets a strike.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Did any creatures dex saving throw?
Okay. And and it won't get one because it's still entangled.
Oh, okay. Cool. So then it is 2d6 fire damage.
Give me some demo.
2d6 fire damage is gonna be 3 and a 6, 9 fire damage.
All right.
And then for my bonus action, who looks hurt? Am I the only one that's hurt, or is anyone else hurt? If I looked at my friends, do any of them look like ruffled or?
You all can tell her how you look.
Yeah.
I'm still enshrouded by darkness.
Oh.
Oh, that's
but
true.
I just rolled a fireball, so it lit up a little bit.
Magical darkness isn't really affected.
Not you. Dang it. Fine.
That's true. You can't tell what your friends look like.
Fine, then I'll just keep the tree here with me if no one else wants. Fine, if no one wants this healing, I'll just take. Well, I'm just gonna shout. Don't forget to take a rest. Take care of yourselves. Sometimes you need to take care of yourself first, okay?
Hydrate.
Yeah. Since no one else is here, I'm taking this round of healing. But there's still more.
All right.
Thank you.
Critter gets to go. And this time. Okay. With a plus 6. So that would be. What does it take to break your entangle?
I believe entangle is strength based.
Strength 13.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It rolled a nat 18 and it's got another plus 6. So it breaks free. And it breaks free by enough that I'm going to give it a move.
Too easy.
And let's see. It will turn on our good friend Novus.
Oh, hi, that's me.
Yeah. You've been hurting it pretty regularly here.
I am also patiently defending.
I recall that. What does that give you again?
Disadvantage on attacks toward.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, that was good then for that first one.
God bless.
Oh, and that. Let me check the monster real quick. What's that? Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay, it got a 14 on that second roll. That was its low roll. The other one was a nat 20. So, you know.
We will take the 21.
Okay, so that will be. Let me roll that. Find the little dice rolly thing because this is a lot of dice. And there. 25 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
It chomps down on your leg, your left leg.
I like that leg. That is my favorite leg. Please do not.
That hurt. That hurt a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Blood goes everywhere. You're lucky that wasn't a 20. I would have had it bite it up. You see how nimble you are with only one leg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was it going. And I'm going to give it that too. Let's see what happens. Give it this ability. Make a acrobatics or athletics check to keep from being grappled by its bite.
I'm gonna go ahead and lean towards acrobatics there.
I kind of figured you might. It's just a opposed roll.
That is a 20.
Okay, that beats it 16. So you nimbly
I am.
wriggle your way out of its grasp.
Oh wait, I don't think I can be grappled anyway.
Oh, that's right. You got freedom of movement. Never mind.
Shout out.
So, yeah, it tries to bite and clamp down on you, but you wriggle out and get away, and it moves out of the spot where it was. People with melee attacks that are next to it get an opportunity attack. It will stay in contact, though, with Novus. It turns around and gets so it's facing the whole big lot of you now. And you can tell, well, okay, it would be out of the darkness. It's what, 30-foot darkness, did you say?
20 feet, usually 20 feet radius,
20
so
feet?
40 feet
Okay.
across.
All right, well, okay, really only then Blade is going to be able to see that the butt end of this thing is sticking out of the darkness. And you still can't see your friends.
So no, I'm wrong. It is 15 foot, so you're right, 30 feet across.
30, okay, that's what I thought. All right, so you can see the tail and the hind legs, Glade, sticking out of the darkness as it faces Novus. And then it goes back around to Novus.
It's still over here if anyone wants.
You know, I've always been such an arborist, just an appreciator of trees of all make and models. I am going to swing at it twice with my nunchaku.
Okay.
And then that one's a 4. Dice, please. That one's a 19.
That one will hit.
That is... God, I cannot read this die. Why am I rolling it? 9 points of damage.
It is looking kind of rough.
Then I will spend a key point to Step of the Wind and disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to run over to the nice shady tree.
I believe you're encompassed in the darkness, aren't you?
Oh shit!
You can't see the nice shady tree.
That is true.
No.
Can I just run toward where I last heard Glade's voice?
Yeah, I'll allow that. You need to make a perception roll to see how close you get.
Word up. Booski. That is a 15.
Oh, good enough. You bounce off of her.
like a smack into
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Like an immovable wall, you bounce off of.
Oh, hi there. I'm glad you came over. So upon entering, until the end spell ends, whenever a creature you moves into the spirit space for the first time, yeah. There you go. So that's a 5. 6 healing for now.
All right, I will take it.
Okay.
Wunderbar. All right, and that's my turn.
Boblin.
Right. I'm going to recast Shadow Blade at level 3 again.
Okay.
That's my last spell slot, and then I'm going to hit it again. This time with the Booming Blade once again.
Okay, you're gonna have to move to it this time.
Yeah, I'll do that. The darkness recedes.
Okay, you drop it. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, all of you can see again.
That floated on 16 for the longest second, and then rolled over to be a 3 for a total of 8.
Oh,
It doesn't get to its thick hide.
Oh, that's very vexing.
shame that.
Bonus action.
Well, you cast Booming Blade, didn't you?
Yeah, it's just a cantrip. It's an attack and
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I
all
forgot
good.
that it's the attack.
yeah. I think actually I don't have any reactions though. So I mean I've got 2 weapon fighting, but I don't carry any weapons. So
Roll a 20-sided. You've actually got a little bit of a chance of there being one near you.
oh, that's cool. 12.
12? Okay, let's see which one it is. Oh. There's a great sword laying on the ground near your feet.
Oh, I'm gonna look at it, but like that's a 2-handed weapon, right?
It is.
That's a bit. I've got a -1 strength. I'm just gonna look at it and go, "No, it's a shame that's not a dagger."
Oh yeah, because that would be the Goliath's blade, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's 2 great weapons laying on the ground, a great axe and a great sword. So.
Yeah, no good to me. Oh,
I just give you the options.
I appreciate you. Mushroom, we just had a stream, baby. What are we gonna call it?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Boblin Jr. Okay, and so you swung and a miss, and is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that'll be my turn. Thank you.
Okay, then we go to Virgin.
Who currently is within 5 feet of this monster?
No, actually you're not. Oh, who is? Just Boblin at the moment.
Could I, and please tell me if I can't, could
No.
I possibly run over to Boblin, slam myself into him with my bonus action,
Oh my
push
goodness.
him 5 feet back, and then
Oh.
cast Call Lightning?
Bring down another strike.
You
Oh, my.
could, but I would say you wouldn't move out of the 5-foot range.
That's fine. I don't care about myself.
That's a mood.
I thought for a minute you were going to say you'd bounce him into its mouth. It's
Oh,
like,
no.
Virgin's really upset about that darkness. Yes, you can make an attack roll
Oh, sure.
to bounce off of or to bounce into.
5.
5.
Yeah.
What is your strength?
I'm a
Boblin?
little gnome.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
a big hobgoblin.
I'm not
What's
very
your-
strong though. I could have. I've only got 8 in strength.
Okay. Make a athletics check.
Sure. Throwing that dice away.
I'll definitely
not you.
oppose
I'm
that.
sorry.
19.
Boblin.
Oh.
Boblin. I'm
Goodbye,
sorry.
19.
Well, I rolled a 6, which means I got a 5.
Okay.
Bye.
Then with that, as an opposed roll, you successfully knock Boblin back, but you fall forward on top of Boblin.
Nice.
So now
Can I
you're
call
both
lightning?
further away. You can indeed call lightning. I will
Yes.
say that knocked both of you. A really messed up roll screwed up what you intended to do, but it worked out for the best. So call lightning can't strike without hitting.
Sweet.
Perfect.
That is a Dex 13 save.
Okay, let's see. Now that this thing's no longer restrained, down a nat 20. It doesn't care.
Nice.
How much damage did you do? Give me half of it.
So it will be 4d10. 10. That is. Oh, I can do maths. 23 damage. Halved.
So we will say
That's such a poor roll.
11. So that would be. Okay. That was its second nat 20. The first one was to eat poor Cohen.
Yeah.
No, go in.
That wasn't nice.
And
It was very graphic.
I'm pretty sure that's all I can do.
And Glade.
Okay. Since Novus came over here and they're here with me right now under this beautiful, lovely, magical tree, and they got a little bit of healing, but I can still see they look pretty wounded. So I'm just gonna be like, there, and cast Cure Wounds while touching them. So that's D8 plus. That's 12 points of healing.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope you feel a little better, and you have a good fight out there. You're doing real good.
What else would you like to do?
Well, that's my action. I guess I could.
Still got a bonus.
I do still have a bonus, but my other bonuses are also healing. Does anyone else want some healing? What else do I have? Shillelagh, Healing Word, Healing Spirit. Those are all bonuses. And I've already used my Spirit Totem once, so I can't do that. Yeah, I think that might be it for me for now.
Okay. Now remember, you have the entire spell list to choose from.
So hang on. Cure Wounds was an action though, so it would have to be a bonus.
Bonus action.
Yeah. So
And it's any first or second level spell, and you have the whole spell list.
yeah. The only thing I can think of is honestly, as I said,
Okay.
I think it's just a healing word, Flame Blade. I'm not gonna do that, so I'm okay for now.
All right, cool. And it's the critter's turn. And it will go for Boblin. Oh, wait. Merchant's there. Let's see who it goes for. I'll roll for you. Okay. It lunges forward a couple of steps and bites down at the back of Mergen.
Ouch.
And what is your armor class there, Mergen?
16.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
With a nat 20.
Oh.
You see it bite down on poor Mergen's legs. And let me roll this damage. That's a lot of 12-siders. $26 points of damage.
Okay.
And as it is a critical hit, it bites both your legs off at the knees.
Yikes.
Goodbye. Goodbye, legs. Goodbye.
You went from being a professional druid to being first base. What would you like to do?
Can I bonus action scream in pain?
You can. Actually, I think that would be a reaction, but yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
I think that's as much as I would do.
Okay, it goes back around to Novus.
Novus is gonna rush up and just unleash on this thing. 4 attacks, flurry of blows with the last key
Novus
point.
seems to be provoked.
Yeah, just a little bit. So that is 26 on the first hit.
Okay.
That is 15 on the second hit.
Okay.
That is no, I can't count. 23 on the third hit.
That one hits.
Lose my mind. And 19 on the last.
Okay, so 3 of them hit, I believe.
Yeah, that's what it's.
All right.
Dice. Oh, yeah, that's what we like, kids. So that's 12, 5, 17, 12. So that's 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
Could I request a quick zoom check from everyone?
Certainly. It looks very rough now.
This is when I regret not taking a splash of fighter to action surge. And that's all I got.
And that would mean Boblin.
Right, I mean, we need to sort this out now, really, don't we? I think we've all had enough of all of this. I wish I had more damaging first and second level and first level spells.
You see this thing bleeding from multiple places now. It is gravely wounded.
Well, I mean, we can just try the booming blade again. Maybe this time it might be a nat 20 again. We did a lot of damage when we did that. Yeah! Oh my goodness. I honestly couldn't have called it better.
Did you?
Yeah, like it just span on the bee the whole way.
Ask and
I love it.
shall receive.
Apparently so. So let's see. That's going to be Shadow Blade. That's 24
geez.
damage plus the thunder damage. That's 32.
How do you want this to look?
Oh, I just want it to kind of look like I'm going to be like, "Oi! Give back my friend's legs." And like I'm going to stab it with the blade and like I'm just going to like this time I'm just going to focus on it and just slowly consume the creature into the blade.
You see it stand there, the blade transfixing it, as it slumps on its front legs, and then its back legs, and its remaining eye goes dark, as it is eaten by Boblin's horrific spell.
I'm not sure if this is like real life, but if we can like get its legs out, do you think we could just like... You know what I mean?
I don't have that. My healing's not that good, but I'm sure if we found a good healer, they could find a way. Why don't you all start to... Glade's gonna go over and start like, and just like pick up 3/4 of Miragen and take him over to the tree, and as they're carrying him over, they're also literally like, they're literally also like from the hold, they're casting Cure Wounds on you, and they're like, "Don't worry, this is gonna be okay." So they're like doing, they're maxing out all their healing on you right now. Just and then looks over at Boblin, just like, "Yeah, just get the legs, and I'm sure we'll figure this out."
Okay. And
I don't think
Boblin's, like,
Mergen actually
crawling in the
saw the
mouth.
chomping of the legs because they were on their face. So I think Mergen's just looking at Glade like, "It's gonna be all right? It's fine. It's just a flesh wound, right?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they'll grow back.
We'll just find you a real good healer. You know, there's we can do some good healing, but there's people out there who do some great healing. And it's
It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
Can I do an investigation check to find legs?
You can. There's a lot of chomped up stuff in there, so yeah.
Roll good. Wait,
guess
do I have like?
16.
Can I cast guidance? Like I'm just like, really find those
Yeah,
legs.
I'll allow that.
What's guidance? An extra D4?
Is it
Yeah.
guidance the one that druids have? I can't remember.
Let's have guidance.
Yeah, and it's a D4, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I know we have one of
Okay.
them. There's one that's clerics and one that's
So 16 plus 4, 20.
20. Yep, you find both of them.
I'll bring them out like, oh, I found them. They're quite cold in there as well, so maybe it'd be all right.
Yep, and that's a nice clean cut. I'm sure this is fine.
Oh, it looks a bit of a mess to me, but sure.
I'll walk over to Merjin and pull out like one of the long clubs and like just extend it out for him to bite down on. Just like this will likely hurt you quite a bit. I don't exactly know what those two are talking about. I can't imagine.
We're putting on right now. Are we doing
We're not doing this right
now.
The highest
Okay.
thing I have is restoration, lesser restoration, which does not reattach limbs. So, we're taking him to a proper heal, which is why I keep saying
Cool.
like,
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
healing, I'm
ummed
healing
and
his
ahed.
hit points so that he's
Can I-
like,
Can we cast sleep on me?
yeah. let's nap time. You're just gonna take a little nap.
I'm kicking
then, like-
myself. I thought about taking mending, but I didn't.
So the trouser legs would be sewn back together. The legs would still be severed in between. Okay, you know that town is probably 300 yards to the south. 300
Yep.
feet, I mean.
Yep, just
Take
Alright.
off running.
I've got the legs. Let's go.
You run into the night. You arrive back there at town. You don't see any of the other hunters out there, by the way.
Oh, that's good.
The screams in the night and the sound of battle probably drove the last of them in. You come panting, running down the muddy street, run through the gate. A cheer goes up as you come in. There have been people watching from the roof of the tower, the 3-story tower, giving a play-by-play of what went on out on the prairie. You are the heroes of Amity. The Baron's cleric comes out, and we will give them a roll to see if they think they can reattach the legs, because it's been a minute. With an 18, they're sure of it. You see them reattach the legs, put them back up there, and they cast Regenerate,
Ooh.
which mends them back together.
Heck yeah.
And they even got them on the right way, so
So I'm not like camel walking.
yeah. And you
Nice.
you have your legs back. You have nice sever lines as scars, but
Ladies find it nice.
and the town comes in and they're all cheering for you. People shove mugs of ale into your hand. You're the celebrated heroes of the town, and a big party starts.
Hey!
And we are done.
We did it! We did the thing!
Hey.
Hang on, I've got victory music. Let's play some victory music.
You completed the
Let's go
Amity
victory
job.
music.
Hell yeah.
Good
Hell
job.
yeah, we did the thing. Well, thank you so much. This has
Mhm.
been so much fun.
I had a blast. Thank you guys. You were wonderful
Well,
participants.
thank
Who are
you.
you?
Thank you. Yeah, this has been, so this is the final session of our, well, it was 13 hour. I can't count anymore.
14
It's
hours, 10 minutes.
Maths hours. Yeah, something like that. I hope you've all had a good time today. Thank you for sticking out. I know some of you have been in chat the whole time. I guess this is a practice run for our
Charity stream.
charity stream. Thank you. Yep. Scratch.
I'll do subtitles.
Yeah, if you, yeah, that'd be great. We're gonna go around and say goodbye to everyone. We're gonna talk about our sponsors. We'll run some credits with our attribution licensing for our music. So if there's been anything here that you like the sound of, you can go and find it yourself. Mushroom, I'm just seeing if I have one of those commands available. We changed bots recently, oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now try uptime again. So let's go around and say goodbye to everyone. Let's go the opposite way around and start with D.
Oh, hi. I waved, even though you can't see me. I'm D. I usually don't have this many technical issues. Hopefully, knock on wood. I'm a voice actor and musician and a DM and a streamer and just so many various things. You guys can follow me on Twitter to keep in touch with me. I am here on Tuesdays playing with a bunch of lovely people in the Rotting Shadows game, and on Monday I'm going to be on Impact RPG for a fun little spot there, so you can keep an eye on my socials to see when that will be happening. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Hell yeah, thank you. Next around we have Jess at GoJG. I got there.
Heck yeah, you did it. It's all good. Hi, it's me. I'm Jess. Thank you so much for this very fun game. This was it's always good to get to be a druid. That was so much fun. Y'all were awesome. But yeah, you can find me at @go_JG on all the places. Follow me on Twitter, where I shout out all the different stuff I'm doing, like this, and playing with two of these folks on Thursdays, where we play, cute animal people in Humblewood. Come hang out with me on my channel, where we do a wide variety of video games and tabletop role-playing games. We do Blades in the Dark, Fiasco Fridays, indie game spotlights, lots of different things. And you can catch me also on a few different podcasts and things. Right now we've got a Good Society podcast called The Fairest of the Season. That is a ton of fun, and I think it's about half out right now. But yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much. I hope everyone had a good night. Thank you.
Yeah. Next around we have Nadine.
Oh, it's me. Guys, I had such an amazing time. BlindTemple, you did amazing. Fantastic. I'm
Thank you.
Nadine. I do the voice acting, podcasting, Twitch, Twitter thing. You can find me NE_actor. I'm currently trying to run a few of my friends who have never played D&D, and some of them have only played like 3 times through the new Wild Mount encounter thing. So that's interesting, and we do that on my channel. But yes, always amazing. Always a pleasure to be here. So thank you.
And last but most certainly not least, our DM of the hour, BlindTemple.
Thank you. First off, I want to thank the players. You were all amazing and just a joy to DM for. You are you are all very talented. I'm BlindTemple. I can be found at BlindTemple on Twitter. I help with blind accessibility stuff. Sorry, chat, that I ran so long. I'll do better next time. I promise.
It's all good. All good. We had fun, and that's the important thing. So, the schedule was sponsors next. So let's talk about our sponsors. Check out Mage Hand Press for all of your expansion needs for 5e. If you want to play the in the Feywild, they have a Feyfolio expansion. You can see it here on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. run by Mackenzie Lane DA. You want to play in space? Check out Dark Matter. It's available in hardback. And if you buy it in PDF, or any of their products in PDF at the moment, there is a 25% discount. Next around, we have The Deck of Many, with the Kickstarter being launched something like 7 to 10 days ago. Time is fake. And it was... Saying time is fake, though, it was still funded very quickly. 15 minutes of funding. It's one of them Kickstarters you want to get behind before you regret it. Also... check out Hero Forge. Hero Forge with all of your miniature needs. We're currently playing with their beta color mini creator on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. EDT. And you can see us playing with that. Then it will be available to public in the next couple of months. But if you back the Kickstarter, you'll have beta access. And last but most certainly not least, Dungeon Fog. I forgot how to spell my own command halfway through. Dungeon Fog for all of your map making needs. Top-down maps. You can create buildings and terrains with all sorts of wonderful wallpapers and floors and textures and assets that you can add in. When you decide you love it, you can upgrade to premium and use all of those premium features without having any watermarks. That's something like what they're called on them. And you can do that with 10% discount using the code SCRATAC. That's it from me, everyone. That's it for this stream. We are going to be, next month, we won't be running a DM's Day, Academy Day like normal. Instead, we'll be running a 24-hour stream for Games for Love. It'll be going on at the same time as D&D Live, who are doing a completely separate fundraiser, but still, there's going to be a lot of D&D going on that weekend. We've got some big names in there. There's going to be Matt Mercer. There's B Dave. We've got Kevin McLeod. Anyone who does this behind the scenes stuff and does the music knows Kevin is a huge name. Apparently, he hasn't played since 2E either. So like, in fact, there's a bunch of people who have been like on my TR like Kevin plays D&D. Amazing. And Satine Phoenix, Adam Bradford, I am Brandon. You name the name, they're there. Alicia Marie. Loads of great people coming to help us raise money. Our goal's going to be $4,000. In February, we had a goal of $3,000 and we doubled it. Let's see what we can do with $4,000 in an all-star cast. That's going to be it from us. Until next time, everyone, keep on evoking emotions. And we'll see you for our regular programming on Monday. Bye! Okay, everyone, let's get on a raid. We are going to go and raid Madam Gandalf. Currently doing a 12-hour stream today, I believe. Late night, date night. I'm probably invited if I wanted to be, but also I'm so tired. I'm just going to hit the sack. But I'm going to leave you in their very capable pans. See, that's how tired I am. Hands! They're a recently partnered streamer. They're fantastic. You're going to enjoy this, I'm sure. I'll see you all next week. Good night.